back to the Dragonborn Industries Starfinder podcast here on Twitch TV, but also YouTube and everywhere you can get your podcast from. I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and I'll be your games master for this, the Starfinder campaign, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely friends around the table. Let's start over here. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am Jack. I play a character called Kaz Umbra, who is a Strix nanocyte, and he has the ability to create and manifest his own atoms into items and weapons and all sorts of things. Very edgelord boy.
Edgelord boy. Over here.
Ooh. Don't like this. Don't like change. No, don't like it. I'm James. I play Ida Kotoro, the Technomancer Cannibal. So it's a goblinoid boy who likes his magic, who likes his text. Bush combines them.
Over there.
I'm Alex. I play Roos Pitt, who is a Solarian Espraxa, and he draws his powers from the powers of the sun and the laws of physics.
You can go over here.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Hastoki Envoy TJ Squeakerson, a essentially hamster space bard who is a master of lies, deceit, and a good time boy.
And over here, we don't have Calyx.
I'm currently playing Stevan. Stevan.
Sure about that.
Could be said either way. Human soldier. Number 3.
So for those who might be joining us for the first time or on the podcast, obviously, like at this point in the game, it's only been a matter of hours. So we've been playing obviously for the past 3-4 weeks in this particular singular structure. Yet it's only been about 2-3 hours in game. So Calyx is still away at the Cortex, like doing having a great time.
Hot chocolate, salad.
And very
books.
luckily, one of these cannon fodder that I put in here survived. So Tamsin is in the pilot seat of this meatbag, which I absolutely.
He will survive.
We've grown quite attached to it.
Yeah.
Still.
Yes, Devon is.
Stevan.
Yeah. How are you guys?
Yeah,
too
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That conversation went far.
Yeah.
Well, should we do some corporate shilling?
Let's!
Oh, excellent. I'm going to hand over to Steph then.
Oh, in that case, let me get my face on.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to
Where's
bring it
TJ
up.
been?
Hi, my name's Bubbles. I've been magically engorged just for this segment because I'm actually a high quality 3D print. Where did I come from, you might ask? Well, I came from the grapevines at Warrior Prints 3D, otherwise known as www.warriorprints3d.etsy.com. You might have seen me and my friends in recent weeks being thrown around this table. And yet somehow we're all still intact. That's just proof in the pudding for how good these high quality 3D miniatures are. And it's not just minis you can get, but also cosplay items, terrain, other miniatures, figurines, collectibles, anything your little hearts can desire. And with the Dragonborn Industries code to the stars, you can get 10% off at checkout. You lucky sods having money of your own. Isn't it great? Isn't it great to be free and a citizen and have money? But I shan't get into that. I shan't get into my soapbox.
Why have we become panto?
Because 'tis the season.
Oh no, she isn't.
Oh!
You've always got to go there, haven't you?
I have, mate.
Ruined.
I'll remember that. But anyway, thank you to Rich, who always provides the most tough, rough and buff miniatures we here at the Dragonborn Industries podcast can hope for. So check him out at warriorprince3d.etsy.com or slide on over to his Instagram at warriorprince3d. Please don't kill me tonight, lads!
Hello, Bubbles. I guess is
Bubbles
the thing. Yeah, please do go check out Warrior Prince 3D.
Her immediately.
They're going to get Bruce mulched.
Yeah.
They are going to get. And I've written Bubbles down.
Brilliant.
They are one of the named.
I think this is my drive now, is to get as many canonical NPCs in as possible through the app.
Try and save them all.
I'm going to kill them all. I'm quite literally going to go out of
Reese
my
and
way.
Ito will clearly kill them all first.
Yeah, I mean, like, Bruce has been, like, laying waste to your people.
Yeah.
Bruce
Bruce
has
is
been...
having far too good of a time.
You've been coming at me. I mean,
They asked for it.
Ah, like children in a playground. They broke me! So please go check out Warrior Prince 3D because Richard's work is freaking phenomenal. We say about the quality of his 3D prints, but also like the materials he uses. I mean, we were quite literally throwing some of these miniatures around last week, and all of them aren't chipped or anything. They've done really, really well. I'm not saying throw your miniatures around, don't. But
I am.
don't. But please go check them out. Use that code to the stars. You'll get the 10% off. And if you're going to get 10% off there, why not head over to Roll and Play Press and get 10% off your orders with their books and their toolkits with the code Dragonborn10. They do so many things like the book of one-shot wonders, which is fantastic if you don't have time to prep or if you just want a quick one-shot game of D&D or any TTRPG really. But they also do things like this. This is the I'm still on the Game Master's Fantasy Toolkit. I'm just going to open up a random page and we are going to go to Town Crier News. So we can imagine we're probably in like a small town, maybe a town called Lightwell. Maybe there's a town crier and ding 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 D20 Alex. Their bell chimes.
4.
The rulers of this country have just announced that they are due a child in a few months. You know, town news.
Love it.
If you need something there, then there it is.
Can we find one of those in the drift, please? That'd be
Here,
so
Town crier, isn't it?
drift news.
I thought you were going to say a child then.
A child. A child in the drift.
But go check out those books because they are
Classical
really good.
drift crier.
Oh, you guys are wasting them. You're wasting the good jokes. But go check out Roll and Play Press. Obviously, like they do sci-fi kits, they do fantasy kits. They've got the one-shot wonders. They've also got like the map library. They've got a new Kickstarter going at the moment. And like Rune Fable, Miles from there is doing the dice for them. And those dice are like I make dice, but Miles' dice are fucking sexy. So go check them out. Go support them. They are a freaking awesome company, and we're just happy that they've been part of this show for so long. I'm going to hand over to I'm going to throw it to James, who's going to chat about Twitch and subs.
So, a way to support us without costing you a penny other than your already Amazon Prime subscription. If you've got Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch subscription every month. So it does actually expire at the end of the month, so you then have to resubscribe, but it's still absolutely free. And it's just a great way to support us as a channel, and it's a great way to support us without any extra cost, because it's all part of the Amazon Prime subscription.
It absolutely is. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand it over to Jack, who's also now going to talk about another product with
Loki battle maps.
Yeah.
This is the deck of many insults. Yeah. I feel like we might have gone through all these now, but we'll see.
I don't think we have. That's a big pile of cards.
Okay.
But what is the deck of many insults, Jack?
It's quite literally that. It is a deck of cards. You can see here that all have very individual insults that are D&D related in some way or fashion. Who wants to get insulted today?
Well, everyone, obviously.
Okay. All right.
I will happily always take the first round.
All right. Come on then. Straight at you. Natural selection dropped a bollock with you.
We've definitely not heard them before. Straight in there.
Still going strong.
Alex, are you a rogue? Because you've certainly stolen the joy from this conversation.
I like that.
Tam, actions will be taken by those who know what they're doing, not you.
Tag gets the raw deal.
Steph, at this rate you'll age like a fine wine, abandoned in a dark cellar.
Oh, that's how she wants it.
Dark mirror.
Oh, that's where the breeding bench is.
Where did that come from? The cellar.
You know what?
I missed out.
Go check my search history. You know, it's an actual item you can buy. I'm just saying.
Let's not advertise it.
Hey, if we're going to sponsor the show, I'll fucking advertise anything. I'll do anything for money.
Alright, James. You have face like a dropped dragon shit pie.
Oh.
Really random, that one.
Yeah. That's true.
Hit me up.
Just punch.
Life is hard enough without your removable bullshit.
It strikes true, man. Yeah, there you go. Low-key battle maps. Get your own fucking deck of many results, mate.
Yeah, and they make for fantastic. They make for fantastic little jokes around the table, also for like vicious mockery and for little quips when you're playing TTRPGs. But obviously, like battle mats also do things like battle mats. They also do the gift wrap for Christmas, stuff like that. Please go check them out. They're a fantastic company, and we really appreciate the support on the show. Tamsin, where can people find merch?
They can find it at Dragonborn Industries.
.com.
I was about to go .co.uk and then I'm like, but are we .com?
No, we're .com.
My apologies. But you can get t-shirts, you can get mugs, you can get happy little things.
Most of us
You
work in
can
the
also
standees.
get dice made by the man himself.
I do make dice. I do that.
Sexy little dice.
They're all right.
They're more than all right.
Sexy little dice.
I'm quite proud of them. But who's got? Let's see. What do we think? I've got hot or cold in my Stanley tonight?
Cold.
Hot.
Cold.
Cold.
It's lukewarm. It's room temperature Dr Pepper.
Trick question.
How about you guys?
Hot.
I've gone for hot chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm jealous.
Someone's not dropped it since the past 2 weeks, have they? Just like that's
No.
my life now.
Yep.
What have you gone with, Alex?
Off-brand hot chocolate again.
Nice. And
Don't ask me, mate.
yeah,
Fucking water.
Oh!
that's all right. Because like Tamsin said,
Water's fine.
I'm just raw dogging life right now.
do you want that reading back?
Good point.
This episode's sponsored by Bad Dragon.
Wow.
Not the first time I brought them up on this show. Because let's face it. Yeah, I mean, what's your?
If there were ever a sponsor for this show,
I'll do the sponsor
Yeah.
segment for them.
I mean, we'll happily test any products. Finally, a worthy opponent.
Oh,
Tentacle planet.
yeah, welcome to Octon,
Oh, no.
which is literally a planet of skin and tentacles, which you guys have had visions of in the past.
Oh no, what a shame. We should definitely go there.
Oh no!
Brother and a sister.
Where's that frictionless lube when you need it?
Told you it was coming handy.
Think we need to call all that baby oil.
Oh no! Oh no!
Too soon.
I think that's the end of our announcements and the show. I think we're done. I think that's it.
See you guys all on Thursday.
If there's no more announcements from anybody else, oh no, let's talk about Bloodpunk.
Oh yes. So Thursday, this Thursday,
This
very
first day
what he said.
on Dragonborn Industries.
We have a new campaign. Thank you for the effects over there.
Reminds me of Finding Nemo.
He's just a boy.
November the 14th, Thursday, 7 p.m. usual time. Is a campaign called Bloodpunk, in which there will be many things that run on blood and vampires and all sorts of monsters and weird things going on, and it's going to be fucking cool. It's going to be a very different vibe to what we're in right now.
Is it?
It makes sense.
Let's go. No.
Maybe less hamsters.
It's definitely not sci-fi anyway, let's put it that way. It's a dark gothic Victorian style mixed with a little bit of like
Steampunk.
1920s sort of
Yeah.
American style
Yeah.
kind of thing. So please come along, check it out, watch it. If you hate it, you hate it.
Yeah,
If you
we're
like
gonna
it,
be.
fucking
Fuck
great.
you if you hate
And
it.
I'll come to your house and change your mind.
Reel it. Didn't know if it was a threat or a promise.
Depends on which way you look at it, isn't it?
Turns on who opens the door. Hey you!
Got the bench.
We did get the sponsorship. Thank you.
Oh god! So yeah, that's going to be coming out on Twitch, YouTube, and podcast format. We also have Lightwell Live. That is a podcast that we have recently started. It's a once-a-month jobby. It's a live D&D show, D&D 2024. The first episode is out. It's podcastable on all your podcast platforms. Where the Black Helm clan of dwarfs from the hamlet of Dimwell are off to save Mama and Pappy from the clutches of a mad mage somewhere in Split Rock Mountains. But now I think the announcements are all over.
That's it. I think we're good.
So I guess we best roll the opening credits. still making their way up Hastoki Tower, finding the sole survivor of the Dynatech bio team's Stivan, while also learning that these anomalies discovered by them are some kind of extreme, vast expansion of the Hastoki body, resulting in an explosive, gory death, or different to the deaths caused by whatever this infection is. The crew find themselves having to try and be stealthy in an attempt to not attract more undead Hastoki, but end up on floor 31, where they find the brutalized remains of Alpha Team and the medical analysis and engineering kits they carry. To set the scene, what was supposed to be a stealthy incursion onto this floor turned into a pretty large fight. And although the floor was cleared pretty quickly, the bite of one of these undead Hastoki left Kaz Umbra, our party nanosite, with some kind of blood infection that was nearly the end of him. If not for some help from his antidote and from the other team members, we could have been saying goodbye to a player.
Be it, mate. It's fine.
Don't tempt him.
Nothing but a scratch.
There is no more credit sticks to spend on you.
But I'm going to hand over to you guys now as you stand over the bodies of Alpha Team as Ida is stripping AJ-17 and Ree of their equipment.
They're not going to need it, they're dead.
And I need the data on it.
That's nice.
Pass right off there.
We've established we can share. We've established we can share.
We'll make a copy of the data.
Yes.
But why does Starfinders want this data?
Well, we're investigating what's going on here.
And who has authorised you to investigate here?
Ourselves. We are but Starfinders.
We are.
In jurisdiction of Dynatech.
This is my home. These are my people.
Out of interest, have I recognised any of these guys from any internal
You can give me a recall knowledge check with a +5. Unless you've got a higher culture, which I don't think you do, as an NPC array.
14.
No. What's interesting is you definitely recognise they are a Hastoki. The Hastoki are recently obviously been marketed as a property piece of Dynatech and of this product, but are also people that have been working in the company. You've probably seen a few of them around, especially with like HR and with marketing. But being part of the biohazard teams, your job is to deal with infections, curses, diseases, and you guys have been quite literally sent in to keep those ones that are healthy alive and save them, while also putting down or locking up into their homes the infected, so that they can be so data can be extrapolated at a later date. But you don't see anybody here that you recognise as like from a wanted poster or anything like that.
Can I roll a perception check, see if I recognise any of these bodies as
Yes, of course you
members
can.
of the security team?
You can roll a perception or a medicine check.
I think perception better. That is a 22.
Okay, so I think maybe you would have seen this Kasathan around, this Captain Zai. Maybe at some point in your early years when you used to work for the Dynatech defense teams, maybe they were also maybe like a low rank or just up from like the basic kind of foot soldiers and stuff. It kind of rings a bell, but nothing that's like, I know this person. Maybe you've just seen them in passing.
I'm going to turn to you and ask, who's your commanding officer? Well, obviously the Vesk, but...
would have been the Vesk. I
Who's your
assume
superior?
higher than that, Rena.
So your particular team captain was Captain Adesh, who was the Vesk downstairs, who is now dead, and they would have answered to the top tier brass of the defence teams, and that's things like upper officers who within the Dynatech building there is actual like a floor where you've probably never been to, but that's where like briefing rooms for intelligence officers and also like people with high rank, as well as Rena Constantine. So although Rena is, you would know that Rena is the top dog.
Yep.
You've probably never interfaced with her.
Yeah. But yeah, my current direct command is dead on the floor.
It's too bad. Can I...
It is a bit.
I'm just going to Words.
Yeah, cool, use them.
Was that nat one?
I'm just going to scan the area, making sure there's no threats coming by whilst you guys.
Oh, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, that is a 18.
Can I use the chemicalizer?
Seems clear. Yes, you can.
Oh, yes, I'm on the Pathfinder one.
So the chemalizer, which is an item that you guys found. So like,
Oh, it's the same. Let's go.
yeah, obviously like. You can see that there is data on it, and that it has also been doing things. Like you can tell that there are samples that have been taken, and that there is an analysis going on. But you can give me a medicine check, which I believe is it lowers the DC, and you'll be able to tell what it's currently looking at, basically, as it was in use when this person went down.
Is it medicine, or because on it says +4 circumstance to engineering, mysticism, or physical science?
Depends what it's looking at, and currently it is medicine.
Okay. Medicine is under 16.
You can see that there are like these vials, and one of them is inside part of like this armor upgrade. It's being spun really fast, and you can see that like there is a separation of a liquid happening. You can see that one side of it looks very dark, and then the other side of it is starting to look very clear. And then there's like obviously whatever is separating it. This is some kind of centrifugal personalized device. It's obviously still then attached to something which is then giving out readings, but it seems like it's not finished doing that yet.
Do I see that happening?
Yeah, you are all together at this point in this like intersection of this floor. You have like wiped out the Hastoki threat. You've looked for locked doors, and there currently aren't any. You can assess, Devon, that like obviously Alpha Team got to this point, and obviously there was just too much of something going on. Whereas where you guys were, you were like just trying to like shift bodies.
Can I make a check to see if I know any more about that device?
Absolutely.
Is it medicine, was it?
Yes.
25.
Oh, so it is definitely analysing some kind of poison. It's blood that's in there that is being separated, and what's being separated out is obviously like the red blood cells from everything else, like water and all the kind
But
of.
it is still running right now.
It is currently still running, but it's not far away from being complete, and you can tell that it is assessing for what should be infections, diseases, and poisons. And so far, it looks like there's a poison.
Okay. I think we should take at least some of it, just as a sample. I
Absolutely.
can have a look a bit more at it when we get back to the ship or something. But
See if we can come up with something to counteract it, counteract the poison, really.
it might give us a bit of a source as well.
Yeah, you think about give it 10 minutes, and that will probably have finished its cycle.
Can we take it with us?
Yeah, you guys can also take things like a short rest. You can find somewhere to hunker down for 10 minutes, and if you need to resolve certain resolve points to get hit points back and stuff, then you can also do that, or stamina points even for that. You tell me what you're doing at this point.
I'm going to use a serum.
Yeah.
Serum.
Well, I'll use another one of my surges to heal my stamina points up for the next minute.
Yeah.
Do people want a few minutes to collect themselves?
I need literally 1 minute, and
Okay.
I'll be ready to rear on again.
I'm happy to.
Lovely.
I'm gonna check on an individual I stunned.
Oh, I think Ida's already.
Don't need to.
Yeah.
What is your problem?
Diagnosed or undiagnosed?
You're being cooperative. You're destroying individual. Like, what are you here for?
I agree with the destroying bit. Heartily.
I get.
There's
the-
kind of ways. Kind of ways.
There is, but would you say that they are truly living? They're more of a threat being stunned if it comes and
It's
chases
not what I
us.
was arguing. I was
You're
arguing
clearly-
that the way you're enjoying yourself is a little bit close to the bone.
I'm not enjoying myself. I'm doing what needs to be done.
You
There's
and
a
Ruth are
difference.
giggling in that corner over there like two little schoolgirls.
Oh, please.
Ruth, you okay?
You've got one of those voice things. Have you smoked too much? It's
mean-
what Roos is trained for. For me, it's just making sure we're doing it.
Well,
and we're
I'm
doing it
not
efficiently.
trained for this. I'm not trained for this. I was built to work in an office. And I wasn't trained to see every person that I've ever known dead in a pile or coming towards the people that I consider my closest friends and allies and putting me in a position where I have to choose. I'm not having a good day.
The way I see it, you had 3 choices. You kill him, you get killed, or we kill him for you. Would you rather kill him yourself?
I don't like any of them. I know what has to be done. I'm just frustrated.
You guys are talking about getting a serum to counteract whatever comes out of this. What's the serum for if all of them are dead?
Well, hopefully they're not all dead.
I mean, we were here to secure as many as were alive and non-infected and get them out. But that does not mean those that are infected cannot be reversed.
Which is why we want the serum. But
If it stops us getting the serum, we're as good as dead. We'll be like your commander, we'll be on the floor, this won't get out. Would you rather more and more people die with the stuff just lost in here? Or would you want us to actually make and stand and help?
The one I took down was already down.
And this way, we're secure. We know we've got nothing, potentially nothing behind us, nothing that's got our scent. We can stand here and talk about the morals of killing or things like that, but at the end of the day, we're here to help TJ and his family.
Blip, blip, blip.
Who it is?
A message comes up from Jenkins' compad,
Okay.
and it says, "I think I heard gunfire. I think they're close."
Talking about this shit getting out, are we going to tell Poach about this at any point soon?
Undecided on Poach. Undecided. I think
I think we need to know more before we do anything
I'd
with
like to know a
that.
little bit more about Poach.
Could you all roll a perception check for me, please?
Natural 20 for 30.
Natural 20
Hey! Took Rose.
for 34.
Alright, show.
34, you say?
Yes.
Fritz,
And
you
30.
say.
4, Frida.
30.
30 for TJ.
15.
15 for Roos.
10.
10 for Stevan.
34.
34 for Kaz.
It's double
The
D20
DC was
over
35. Fuck you.
here. The DC was 34 and a half.
Just a little bit out.
Just a little bit.
What did you get?
34.
It's 35.
And a 30 over there for TJ as well.
Oh!
Okay.
The podcast listeners, Ian's just shown us a calculator with 34 on it.
We don't know how he's calculated it, but he's done
You could
it.
have just typed it in.
3, 4.
This is everything you need to know.
In the corner of your vision,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Kaz,
Yeah.
for a split second, and you think maybe somewhere down where you come from, as you're like looking around and you're thinking about moving on, you just see like mist just pull away,
Like sort of at the intersection, or just
Yeah.
like.
and it's like almost like for a split second you're like, there's like a mist there, and it just
I think Kaz would probably like fully turn around and go and just look, kind of not take my eyes off from where I saw this thing. Guys, I think there's something here. There's something else here. Well, I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's like a mist. I'm not sure. Can I make some sort of check to sort of think of? Can I just make a check to make like something?
yes, you can. We're going to do this check in private.
Oh.
You're going to roll a d20. I'm going to bring up your character. Actually, I'm going to come around and look at your character sheet
Okay.
because I don't want you to know what I'm having you roll. But I will. I promise you, I will be honest. I think I've rolled everything open throughout this campaign.
He's a good boy.
I don't like fudging dice. I like them to tell the story. So, what'd you roll?
Come over it.
Lovely. You can tell them what you've rolled.
A 1.
You're just not going to see what I'm adding to this. Can you scroll through your
I feel
skill
like that
list?
was We didn't need that.
The thing with Kaz is that it'll be a 1, but it will be like, yeah, that's a 39.
Yeah.
So it's yeah,
You don't know his skill,
104.
right?
Yeah.
It probably tracks whatever this is. So.
There is. For a minute, you're like, is that like. I put up my nanite cloud. Maybe it's part of that. Maybe it's just like the depth perception of looking through. Because you have got your nanite cloud up, haven't you? To like to heal yourself.
I don't have to use that
Oh, okay.
to do it.
So you don't have to use that.
No.
But for a minute, it seems like some kind of like dispersion of a cloud.
I didn't put my nanite cloud out, did I?
I didn't see you, Cloud.
I think I slowly wandered towards where I saw it.
Oh, I'll follow. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
don't go off alone.
No, it's
This isn't the effect of what? got
no.
you, was it?
I'm clean now.
He's clean, bro. He's clean.
Um,
I mean, you might have missed something.
3 years, baby.
Oh, that was good.
the
That
fuck
was
you trying to say,
very
man?
good.
Really? I wasn't even.
I'll
take it.
I think Alex
You're just that good.
But we're back to the humour that we were talking about earlier. I
Yeah.
like shitty, stupid jokes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Cool.
I don't know. It seems to me like nanites to me, but maybe you're right, mate. But I'm still sort of feeling the
What
after
did you
effects.
see?
Well, it was quite literally like a mist. I didn't see a form, but it
Do I-
it dissipated.
Hand me the opening, please.
Do I
Can
know
go back
if-
to where, right the way to the edge. There you go.
Do I know if there was any intel of anything on this building that might be like mist?
No, I mean, you can give me. I'll let you choose to make a check. This is the thing, because you don't know what something is. You can be like, can I make an engineering check to see if it's something like that? Could I make a, but the DC is going to be hard because you guys didn't see it.
Gonna go with mist and probably. Trying to think, would it be like survival or something?
You can make me a survival check.
Yeah.
Because depending on what you
I
choose to
believe
roll,
that's a
you'll get a different
wisdom,
answer.
so it's
basically.
going to be a 16.
16. So mist in a situation like this, obviously, like,
Just a burst pump?
yeah, it could be a burst pipe.
Who
It could
knows?
be that there's condensation. It could be that, like, between laser fire, which is obviously like a burning energy, which gets quite hot, there was a solar flare that went off a second ago. There is, there could be a running tap meets this solar energy. There could be so many things that create like a mist that you didn't hear something though. This is the thing. You didn't hear like a tss or anything like that. You're just being told by this drow-looking guy that there was some kind of mist that just dispersed over back from where you came.
Can I recall knowledge? Mist. Just mist.
Yeah.
Just innocent mist.
I don't know how to go about this, but
Made
What?
By
'Cause
humidity.
Yeah. What? This is not sarcastic. He was going,
round.
yeah, cool. Roll a d20. Yes, fucking water vapor, mate.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, like I know you want more out of this. So I don't just want to mock you.
so relating it to my experience on floor 184,
Okay.
where there was something similar, just mist, kind of.
Yeah,
makes
anything
me
to do
think,
with what
oh,
you've
hang on a minute.
seen
Yeah.
within your time as the defence teams with Dynatech
Yeah.
as to something that could be similar. So you get to roll a recall knowledge, and you could probably add your. I would say yours is also survival on this check.
Oh, buddy.
We're doing so good.
Oh,
Wasn't
buddy,
that
buddy,
one?
buddy.
Oh my god.
Survival is a 7.
So it's an 8 in total.
Yeah.
Again, you're like could be a burst.
Foggiest.
It could be a burst pipe, but it could also be like
That was his. That was his.
I actually didn't hear it again. I missed out on a James one, so that's what we get for talking over each other, guys. You know for a fact that there is a huge fucking vat of water above this tower. There could be a pipe that's leaking some kind of water that's then hit something like energy fire. It's so hard to really know in this confined space.
I think we might have lingered here too long anyway.
I agree.
I think we need to keep moving.
Keep an eye out around us.
Can I identify a creature using life science potentially?
Yeah.
Maybe higher than a 1.
It's a 0. What the fuck?
It's not even on the dice, man!
-3.
18.
So I mean, in terms of like creatures and stuff like that, I mean, you've heard of like elementals. There are like from the planes of the 4 major elements, you would expect like air or water. Maybe like there's a mist from water, or with clouds from the plane of air. Could be anything like that, especially like if there's like a crossover. Then you're thinking elemental, and there's been no real circumstance change in temperature here. So then you kind of try and like rack your brain for other creatures that could be natural. But then you think Absalom Station, nothing really naturally inhabits here that we know of. So it's quite a strange one. It's like I think you're trying to rack your brain for a creature, and what you get is a sense of you can't really place one.
There's something strange.
In your neighbourhood.
And it don't go good.
And it don't look good.
But before we go up, I want to just like peek around the corner in the intersection, just look down both left and right and forward, just in case I catch anything that might be trying to.
So, worth you being there on the map.
Are you just like sprinting down there? Or are you?
No, like so I'm making my way just to this bit. I was slowly making my way there already earlier. And I just sort of maybe like 10 or 15 foot before, just kind of rush up a little bit and go around to the corner and just try to see if I can catch them off guard, just in case they're like maybe someone is sneaking around in some sort of form. Yeah.
Okay. Perception check.
27.
Didn't see anything.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving. I don't see anything, but
Ian, I know I'm milking it slightly. Is there anything in the behaviour of the Hastoki that we've observed similar to my experiences on floor 184?
Give me a mysticism
that's
check.
a good question.
That's
I
very
like
good.
that
That's
question.
very good.
I'm choosing mysticism because they are undead.
Trying to find
You
a
have
decent-
experience with undead, and when making checks in Starfinder Pathfinder, when we look at undead, it comes under the mysticism trait.
That's a nat 20.
For a total of
26.
26. I mean, there is an element of this feralness that you are like, shit. And I think it triggers something in you. I need you to know. And for a moment you are like, yeah, they are acting out of nature. You start thinking about floor 184 and the horrors that you saw when that place got shut down, when you had to close that door, and when Lotep went back in, and watching that all unfold. But then you think about that they attacked each other, and that they attacked anything that moved, and the ferality, if that's a word, of that encounter. And then you think of what I assume TG has told you they did with the one that came around the corner, and they pretended to be another of these undead, and it shuffled away. And you think of the fact that when you came onto this floor, they were like static. They were just in wait, like there was no food, there was nothing left for them to do. They weren't gorging or feasting on the bodies, they were just stood in all the different corridors, waiting. They weren't attacking each other. And something you remember from floor 184 is they were attacking each other. You remember seeing that head just hitting that glass again and again and again until that skull was nothing. But these things are clearly hunting the living, or something that isn't them. They seem to have a recognition of themselves.
I think I'm going to sort of, without being absolutely certain, connect the dots in my head and then just kind of relay that information, saying I've seen something that may be similar. This ferality, feralness, is sounding some distant alarm bells.
Yeah, and I think, it's definitely the difference, though, is the fact that these things will not attack each other, they're just attacking you guys. And that's where you find the difference.
This is one of those things where Steph has a theory, but TJ doesn't have the breadth of experience to follow up on it.
Let's meta the fuck out of it.
No, I can't do it!
So, I mean, to an extent, I mean, like, I'm happy for you to have above-table talks. You know, as long as you're not going, okay, right, so I've got this as, because there are elements of like, you can be tactical with this game, and you can have above table talks of going, well, let's all work like this, or you can go, have those theory talks, have the, I quite like them.
I think Mr. Marketing's here. That's my theory.
He's the one.
That's what I'm. That's where I'm at.
Do you think he has the ability to do misty stuff?
You know, yeah. It's a possibility. That's where my mind went.
He got a promotion from your creepy boss, who lives in
extra
the
creepy boss.
vampire creepy boss.
Do you think it's his own plan, or
or something's got out of hand, or there's something else. I don't know. I've never trusted that guy.
Yeah.
Something's on. Something I did want to do before we moved on, however, in game. I'd like to call Linda, please.
Okay. You go to connect your compad. It doesn't connect.
Oh, that's annoying. Oh, but my Jenkins messages are getting through.
Yes.
Is that because it's
interesting.
internal?
Might be.
Have you been able to use your compad while you've been in
When
the
I
tower
was
before?
connecting to Alpha
yeah.
Team, did it actually go through as a connection and just didn't call, or was it?
It went through as a connection, but no answer.
Okay.
Yeah, they've
So
stopped things
it's
coming
internal calls
It's
within the
internal
tower
calls
only.
Interesting. Right, well, onwards,
Yeah.
upwards.
Yes. I think it's
Yeah,
the only way to go.
I was
Yeah.
thinking. Sorry, it's just along those lines. This is something less similar to TB.
Tuberculosis.
Somewhere back. Oh, sorry, mad cow disease. Back in if you guys have ever heard of a place called Earth, there was an incident.
Terror, yeah.
Yeah. But
It's a very niche thing that
it's
I
a
love. Earth thing called
wildly
terror.
niche thing, but it's a prion disease.
Oh, what?
So this is the. Sorry,
Prion.
this is going to be terrible listening while I rabbit on about biology.
Are
Hey.
you saying we've got myxomatosis?
No, you were saying about eating yourselves earlier.
Yes.
So there is a thing about not cannibalizing your own species for this very reason. It's that you're more likely to pick up prions
Well,
from
this-
your own species.
Weirdly
This
enough,
goes
I think
into-
Tavon would know that because he's part of the biohazard
Oh
teams.
yeah, true point.
So that can be an in-game chat.
Yeah.
Devon, this is what I was thinking earlier because we've been eating ourselves, and I was thinking if something got into the food supply that then died and then was just going round and round, it's just been circulated all the way through.
Yeah.
You took
And
some
it
water
does-
sample that was weird earlier, didn't you?
I did. I'm waiting for this to finish.
It's not quite been because of
Yeah,
in-game
yeah,
above
yeah,
table
yeah,
stuff. It's not
yeah,
quite
yeah,
been
no,
10
no.
minutes yet.
So we can have this walk and talk,
Walk and talk, walk and talk.
Let's go up.
Yeah.
but yeah, when you get a aberrant protein, it can, like a cancer, just spread through.
Stephen, this is exactly what I've been thinking.
Quite fascinating.
It is. It's not a virus. It's not a bacteria. It's an aberrant protein that can just mash your brain.
I think I know where
Fun
the aberrant
fact,
flow
this
trait
is
as
real.
well.
Look up prions, they're fucking horrifying. And there's no cure for them.
Correct.
Let's
I gotta
see
go
what
home.
waits.
People say you learn-
Mom, can you come pick me up?
and people say you don't learn from a podcast.
That's pretty cool.
I think lots of people say
That's
you
my
learn from
fault.
podcasts. I think a lot of podcasts. You guys start
Yep.
making your way back towards the tunnels and begin to work your way up. And can I just have a perception check from who would be at the front?
I did say I was looking early at scanning. But you,
I think this time around,
yeah.
I think TJ's gonna want. I think I should go first because if we come across anything, I can at least pretend that I am of their ilk,
Okay.
and I know where I'm going.
I hit you on the shoulder.
Thanks, Roops.
We're right behind you.
I think just feeling akin, I might stay relatively close to Roos.
Okay.
Just on the sort of like.
So
scout
we're saying
kind
that
of
pretty
thing.
much Roos, TJ, and Devon are going to be up front, yeah. So because the tunnel will fit, it's like a
Yeah.
10 by 10 tunnel. It will fit you guys through it. But you make it. You have to turn left and you start going up. And have you guys rolled perception checks? Those
Not
three at
yet.
the front. Could you please roll a perception check?
Oh no, 13.
I should have put you
was that me?
tactically,
Yeah.
but
Don't worry about it. That's what
yeah,
the game's about.
it's a straight roll. I don't have it, so 10.
10. Now can I have the two guys in the back roll, please?
26.
14.
Of course it is. But I like that because for me, Kaz is always on alert, and I think that's part of your story. Is that you are always on alert. So you guys begin making your way up the tunnels, and again, you have to start going up, and it starts bending around the next corner. And I think you're being cautious. Maybe the torches are out. Whether they're on the shoulder, that camera following TJ, Roos with his natural ability to create light, Stevan, maybe it's on your rifle, on your data pad, wherever your torch is, and you're like looking through these tunnels. Ida's just behind and is again just keeping an eye out, looking at the walls, and you see the odd occasional splatter and stuff like that. But it's you, Kaz, that sees the ground has a thicker print of blood.
On this floor.
In this tunnel, and you only just notice it now as you're coming around the corner because it is thick. It's not like it's pouring down, but it has clearly like seeped and oozed its way down this thick black blood.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Sticky. That wasn't for you, that was for Townsend.
I appreciate it. That was good.
I think in game I'll like loud whisper, sort of like.
The stage
but I
whisper.
won't loud. Yeah. I think we need to be very wary of what is ahead. Look at the floor. There's a lot of blood here.
Oh
And
no.
being it pointed out, you can. And as you come round what would be the third wall, there is no light ahead. It is like the tunnel is blocked.
Can I, like, illuminate our...
Open sesame.
Can I borrow you for a second?
Oh.
5 years of D&D, this is
Best.
While they go to their bench.
He's looking for that other bollock.
Jesus.
Well, this is the blockade, innit?
The blockade.
The blockade.
Is this where the
Jenkins.
shit's gone down?
Yeah, and they've run up and I think, now that Ian's not here and listening,
Yeah.
I reckon this is a Jenkins.
I think you're right with it being a Jenkins, like over table.
Yeah.
This is a Jenkins.
When you say Jenkins thing, what do you mean? Like,
I think that he's been manipulated by Roslaurin and he's brought in the contagion and I think he's eaten someone.
do you think he started?
I
this,
think
basically?
he started it off. I think he's eaten a Hastoki. And
Patient
it's
zero.
just, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's like the alpha zombie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah,
my mind
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because he was able to message out of the tower, while we've been out, he's been sending me messages.
That's very true. So which means he must have some modicum of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some sentience as well.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones have been a bit more sort of
I can.
primal, feral.
Yeah.
I reckon Jenkins is kind of like in a sort of Renfield type.
I can only imagine what he looks like now. Though. Yeah.
So,
It's like that, but in a D sharp.
for podcast listeners, Alex and I are back in the room. I'm going to hand over to Alex, who's going to describe the scene.
Oh
Why
Christ.
have you got grass stains on your knees?
How did you get those crit sticks? Anything for those crit sticks, isn't it, mate?
Completely lost my track.
So, ECSs have you got as well?
As my light just reaches into this corridor, I'm like, oh guys, it's a bit more of a mess in here. I think it... And then he just stops dead. And then he doesn't even tell you, he just pushes this light more forward, and then you see just these masses of Hastoki bodies just stuffed, like physically rammed into this pipework as if to block the flow of what's coming out. And it is a fucking collage of gore and horrifying just
And that blocks our
matter.
way. That blocks our
It
way right now.
completely blocks this tube. You just see that there are like broken arms and twisted body parts, necks that are just like the wrong way, heads that are like lolled back, and like the mouth opens, and because the top of the head is a lot heavier and like the cranium of the hamster is larger than the bottom pointed jaw, it really pulls and distains the jaw, creating this horrible visage of just a wall of death. There's like a note in one of their hands.
I want to go and take it.
You pull the note out and it's like rigor mortis in. And you
And I'll just sort of like hold the hand
take it out.
gently.
And it just says, I've chosen my name, I'm Bubbles.
Oh, you shit! You fucking shit! Oh, I'm gonna make Bubbles a martyr.
Do this for
Can I
Bubbles.
use mending on Bubbles?
No, you can't.
Ooh. I'm flicking back through my messages with Jenkins, and I'm just going, oh, I'm gonna, you shit, you rancid little shit.
After revealing this, even I'm horrified, so I'm just gonna like put my hand on your arm, just be like, "I'm sorry, kiddo. No, I was fooling earlier, but this is just a fucking mess."
Shakes
I
one of their
take-
hands.
We're gonna have to dig through, aren't we?
I think Kaz would probably pipe up.
Could we?
You are right. You don't have to be here for this.
I'm going to be here for this. This is,
It's commendable, but I understand that this
No,
is
no,
utter
no.
carnage.
I am here for this. I think there is a fat little dickhead up there who might have been the cause of this.
Not so much little.
Not so much little, no. Not that we fat shame here, but
No.
you know, he is.
That guy's fucking massive.
But that guy
It
is.
was pretty fucking big.
He's something else.
Who is this guy?
Jenkins.
He was a particularly large Hastoki who would do anything for any modicum of what little power that he thought he had.
Give me a recall knowledge check, please.
With you.
Me? Oh. It's going to be. I assume wisdom, so 7.
Uh,
Nah.
no.
He's not on
it's
the
a,
roster.
it's a
It's
straight,
just Hastoki.
It's a straight roll.
Oh, 6.
No.
Nah.
Nothing rings a bell. No visuals. No nothing.
Did Jenkins ever have a habitation partner?
Not that you know of.
Did they eat them?
That's what I'm thinking. He's always been on his own. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. First, we've got to
Yep.
through.
There's something I'm willing to want to try, but I don't know how it will work mechanically.
Tell me what you want to do. I'll see if we can do it.
So I have a stellar revelation, black hole. When you're fully graviton attuned, I don't know how this works out of action. As a standard action, you can pull any number of creatures within 20 feet of you closer.
Yeah. So this is the issue. One, technically, with Starfinder rules, it actually states you can only enter your stellar mode really when you're in a life-threatening situation, like combat or falling to your death and stuff like that. Also, technically, when a creature becomes a dead body, it's no longer a creature; it's an object.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's very portal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is cool.
Yeah. No, I get it.
What I would say, you could roll a d20. I will let you. In fact, let's make this a risk versus reward. I will let you burn a resolve point if you so wish, and I will let you roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier. If you beat a 20, I will allow you to enter stellar mode.
Cool.
But that's still not a guarantee, because you will still have to make checks to move things.
Okay, my charisma is +4.
Come on.
Come on.
So are you spending the
Come
resolve?
on.
Yes. I would have.
Okay.
Ooh, that is 22.
You may enter stellar mode graviton.
So you see just the air pressure just kind of glimmers a little bit as if something's getting drawn into me. And I'm now attuned.
Which allows you to then push and pull with stellar revelation. Is your stellar revelation? I've actually got your character sheet here. Is that a when you are fully attuned? Black hole, isn't it? When you're fully graviton attuned. Okay, so I will let you make another check, and we'll lower the DC to 15 now because you are in stellar mode. So it's D20 plus charisma. You don't need to spend another resolve point because you've done the big risk. We're going to have to get you to full attunement points there. Every time you make it, I will drop the DC by 5.
Okay.
So there's still that risk of you not being able to carry it on.
Is this plus charisma as well?
Plus charisma, so you're looking to beat a 15.
That is a 17.
Okay. I will let you try this one more time. You were
on.
looking for a DC 10.
Come on.
DC 10. Send that one for a 5. Resolve point? Fucking what am I talking about? Resolve points.
Fails. Please feel free to roll.
Come on.
So, anybody who's maybe tuning in as well that doesn't know what the cred stick rule is for us, I offer out cred sticks for certain rewards, and
another one here
they
somewhere.
can cash those in to re-roll, and they can re-roll one of their own checks, a party member check, or force it on my check, which can sometimes work positively or negatively. Alex has just spent one. He's looking to spend another one by the looks of things.
There's another fail. I definitely have another one somewhere. Or do I? Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. So much fucking dice.
This is good dice
Oh, there is.
ASMR.
Dice them
Dice ASMR!
Pronounced
Right.
ASMR.
What did you say, mate?
Oh.
Hey, what did you say, mate?
Come on!
Come on, buddy.
Come on.
Come on!
That's a nat 1 for a 5.
Okay.
That was a 1, a 3, and a 1.
Bruce, and I think it's like you actually achieve your full stellar revelation, and you actually manage to like bring out the black hole. What does this stellar revelation look like?
Well, the graviton.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a wash of air pressure around me, kind of like simmering in, and then it's kind of like, I guess, a purple-like energy, like sparking off a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like drawing into me.
It's almost like if anybody's played Final Fantasy and they've used the gravity or demi effects, where it's like, and like it's like literally a massive black hole that then sucks into like an implosion. We see this with like what would normally be Rusa's solar mode, with these like solar motes that he expels from himself. But this time, this darkened antimatter is like into him, and those bodies, like the hands, just start to like pull towards it. But the bodies are in there tight.
Oh.
They are interwoven with each other, they are stuffed in, and they just do not budge. And then that graviton, stellar vibration, quietens down, and unfortunately, they don't shift.
Oh, we got some major blockage here.
This would be a good time for some lube.
Sponsored by Bad Dragon!
Apparently it was frictionless.
Told you.
Blood is lube in this case.
Oh. Red lights.
I have a grenade.
Run 'em, baby.
I want to, because I was up there, before anyone grenades anything, I'm going to send another message to Jenkins. And because before I told him that we were on floor 5, I'm going to say, trying to get through what on earth is happening, what's happened to everyone, they've gone mad, and send that off.
30 seconds sort of pass, and then a message comes back in. I heard gunfire, it's gone quiet. People seem to have turned on each other, but then Dynatech started shooting the place up. Where are you? Then, I mean,
Not sorry.
Ida, give me an engineering check.
16.
You have picked up an industrial welder.
Yeah.
That doesn't just weld things, it cuts through things.
I didn't want to.
Do it. No, listen.
I wasn't talking about the bodies.
I was
going to say it was.
cut a wall, slop them through.
Just because I think Ida and now Kaz thinking about it would know this. That could be used to cut through bulkheads.
Yeah. Out of it, if I used it, would I have to have some form of like eye protection? Because obviously it could be.
Yeah, I think that, like, so for me, this industrial welder comes as like this big propane tank that's kind of like slung over the back. Then it has like this like long, it's almost like a retractable arm that kind of attaches to your armor, and then it comes with like its own.
Oh, it comes with
visor.
That's what I
Yeah.
don't want to use it and be like, I can't see for like 24 hours now.
I think
Like a little white spark.
Early cataracts.
yeah. Everybody, don't look at the flame.
I've got goggles on anyway.
Alright, Kaz.
The swimming goggles. Ah, the plastic and the goggles, they do nothing.
Magnifying goggles.
So guys, if you want to play mummy?
Where are
Kaz
you,
kit.
where are you cutting?
I'm going to try and cut through the sort of the metal just to. I don't want to cut through the hamsters.
You might get a few Hastoki and it's fine.
So are you looking to cut underneath them, above them, around them? You tell me what you're trying to do.
I was thinking of cutting sort of below them and letting almost the mass of them and the gravity kind of pull them down.
Like a sinkhole of flesh.
Yes.
It might have to be quite big, and then we have a big gap to jump.
Would,
Maybe half the
Would
floor?
I be able to kind of help point Ida in a direction where I know like the tunnels would kind of like form and fall out?
I don't even think you need an engineering check for that. You know they go boop, 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 around the outside.
So
So
a load of them going dun, 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 dun,
Well,
down the floors.
that might happen.
Yes.
It's gonna
You
happen.
tell me where to cut then. You know this place like the back of your hand to hand.
It's a Hastoki, not hamsters. It's a different thing. You wouldn't call a Yasoki a rat, so. You wouldn't, would you?
Not of course not.
you wouldn't call a Yosoki a rat. You wouldn't steal a policeman's helmet.
You wouldn't download a car.
Have you seen the 3D printing?
That's what I was about to say.
You wouldn't download a car. It's just an FDM printed car.
No, I didn't. I think then probably the best is if maybe one of the sides
Yeah.
and let it kind of
Cut through.
cut through.
Yeep. Right.
Internal or external? Because you've got to think, if you're going around the outside, one of them might go to an outside wall and the other ones might go to...
Internal.
Not dropping bodies from...
It's
bodies hit the floor.
tempting. It's tempting, but you know, you've got to put a PR spin on things. Keep it contained.
Oh, look at this lovely day out in the plaza. Nothing bad could happen.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
this
little
great-
Timmy.
And like, we just see this like undead Hastoki face just like smashed into the ground. It's almost like they're embedded into the metal. It's just like all flat mark there. It's like half a face with like a broken tooth.
Bartholomew and Hildegard.
It's Seeker John's last retirement day. John, you've got first Seeker, well done.
We're here to mourn the loss of John first seeker, John the door guy. Killed by a wayward body. It's how he would have wanted to go.
He died how he lived. Covered in Hastoki guts.
Surrounded by trim.
Anyway.
What would you like me to roll?
It's an engineering check.
Oh. 20. 23.
So you obviously need to mark off the usage, which I think is quite high. It is obviously it's because I didn't change it up. I will just say it's full for now because they hadn't done anything on this floor.
I can't find it. It's gone off my thing. What was it called again?
It's called an industrial welder. It's under weapons. It'd be welder. It'll come up. Industrial combat welder. Do make sure it's equipped, please, because it's quite a heavy item.
Well, this
You
is-
also, sorry,
No,
at
no.
this point, you hear something wind down. And
Or like mechanical.
bloop, bloop. And on Ida's arm,
Oh.
where this camelizer
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that.
So you know that a blood sample, it comes up like blood sample analysis complete, poison found, and it gives you a name. It is a
Craig.
I'm just
it
crazy.
is called
Crazy.
David Craig.
That's a throwback.
sorry, Daith skin neurotoxin. You would know that the camelizer gets you the information that this particular poison is designed to be chemically reactive, and when activated, or when a target's it basically has it ingested into their body or put into their body in some way, basically causes a chemical reaction that eventually causes this volatile expansion of the blood.
Oh.
All of you can give me a life science or physical science check. Stevan, you will have a +5 to this.
Yeah. 15.
Bruce.
19.
11.
20.
Ida.
28.
Okay. So, Daith is only part of a name. Daithia are mollusk-like beings that are found throughout the galaxy on different planets. They're like slug snails that have this reactive property that when they're threatened, they explode. And it's a way of protecting essentially the hive, that some of the worker ones essentially. And it's like this very volatile, fiery, acidic chemical reaction that happens within them. Somebody has clearly taken I say somebody, this is probably like especially to cows and Ida, is a known poison that can be used to cause things to explode. Should they not have the right save for it, essentially mechanically. And there is traces of Dave's skin inside the chemolyzer.
Were you going to explode? Oh.
I wasn't thinking
Sorry,
about
I'm
that
not
in the moment,
Stephen's
but
not
thank you.
saying that, but like.
That might have happened.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But then
Give me a
again,
medicine check.
the things that bit me didn't explode
Not doing
themselves.
so well on rolls today. Oh, 10.
Yeah, cool.
Damn you. You useless dice. Back to standard rolls.
I assume that at this moment the cutting has not started, as you are like, hang on a minute, guys.
Yeah.
We gotta.
News just in.
Yeah.
I mean, can I try again? But do I know of anything like, I don't know, salt water or anything along those lines which may not necessarily like neutralize it completely, but at least slow down the effects? Say, you know, if this is an acid, if you add an alkali, like basic kind of
I'm afraid
that kind
not,
of thing.
because that's pretty much what I just had you roll.
Okay. Damn you, dice!
What are you guys doing in this moment?
Can I assist in opening the door?
Yeah,
Not so
I
much a
just
door,
want
but
to
blockade.
try and see what the other thing was, because there was the thing on my arm which could do it, and then there was the that was the autopsic scanner.
Yes.
That was the other one.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can ping this back to the ship for it to be analysed properly?
You can try. I haven't been able to get messages out.
I think.
I would just like a second copy of this.
What do you
Also,
mean?
like a copy.
That's what I was thinking.
We can just copy the data to all of our
Yeah,
panels.
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do.
Very easy to copy the data between
Yeah.
you all. You go to send it out to the ship, doesn't go.
The sample,
airdrop it
however,
to
we need to
everyone.
keep that safe.
Yeah.
You guys can give me, whoever's trained in computers can give me a computers check.
Is that including myself?
Yep. You can do. Devon.
I can't see what that is.
If you're rolling shitty tiny dice you can't see, stop it.
No, the little white bits of the dice have come out, so you can't see it.
29.
35.
30.
Yeah, comms are being jammed. What did Devon
It's
roll?
not better than that.
You might still also know the information.
Oh,
What did you roll?
16.
Yeah, you also know that.
Ta-da!
Very, very much know that something is blocking communications out of this
Yep.
building.
I will actively look at you and say thank you when you do share it.
That's fine. So, inside wall.
Unless he's having a drink. Yeah, that's fine.
Sweet, sweet and Stoky blood.
While these guys are making a lot of sound,
Jason!
Ooh.
I'm just going to be watching down the other, like, maybe 15 feet away from them, back down the tunnel to, like, if they're making noise, like,
gonna
in case anything's
you.
going to come rattling up behind us.
Just as I'm cutting through, it might be worth getting out of the area in case anything gets kicked up.
I know. avalanche of Hastoki.
I was thinking more if this can be airborne.
We've got our
Environmental protection,
protections
right?
up.
Yeah.
Would I know that at least that would protect us from airborne stuff like that? Do you want to make a check?
Yeah, sure.
Medicine?
Yeah.
29?
Should be fine. You think this has to be injected?
That's what I just didn't want to
Whether
start
it's
like.
a venom bite, whether it's via a some kind of stim, where it's very, as long as it is physically added to the bloodstream.
Right.
Let's light this candle.
Can I use my engineering kit to basically just assist in
Of course you can. I think you get the automatic assist there, don't you? Because you've got plus 10 in it.
plus 12?
Yeah, so it's an auto
Yeah,
pass.
17 with the kit, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
auto pass, you get the plus 2 to this.
Cool. Engineering was that?
Yes, please, to start cutting through that bulkhead.
Plus 2.
Mhm.
That's 8. 21.
Awesome. And have you now got it added to your character sheet?
Yes, I have. I've
Perfect.
marked it off.
If you start marking off the usage, because it takes a few minutes, and unfortunately it's not quite. I do need a D100, and I think it's only poignant that Steph rolls this.
Let's fuck us all. Straight 50.
Jenkins
Middle
descends. He comes up from the welded area like a lift.
Hey, you guys!
We've all got to run out.
There's all this accountability for me to get you guys to run. It's like when Nadwin nearly died, like following like the spiral out of the mine.
Yeah.
That's all this is. It's not, or is it? God, having a lesser movement speed would kill somebody doing that. Yeah, it takes
Who would have a mirror?
a few minutes. I would like you to expend half of the ammo on that, please.
Cool.
And it smells. Even through your environmentals, you know it's not going to like let anything really in there, but the smell of cooking ichor and fur and flesh is not something you are all used to. I think Stefan and Roos are, because you've been around the biohazard teams. You've dealt with burn piles. You're part of the team that was sorting out the burn piles here, ready to burn them. And Roos, you've cooked enough motherfuckers.
Cool.
Kaz, maybe.
Give him my own burning flesh.
Yeah.
Casual.
Right, Edgelord.
It really is.
No.
But it is horrifically just repugnant on the nose. And you begin to like... And it's very much like, in Alien when they're going to like the doors and stuff like that, it's like this... And you have to like spend ages and like you realise these bulkheads between you obviously have been rebuilt, because obviously the inside of this wasn't originally this shape. So actually the metal of the exterior wall and the interior walls are now different. You're seeing that. You begin to cut through, and obviously you can only really cut this line on this side of the Hastoki bodies. So then you have to get physical, and you have to start trying to like wedge the hole open and cut a bit more out, and then try and like come around. You end up in another room, and you're like having to like, basically cut down, and then it gives, and it just, and like this jagged hole just like falls onto the floor in this like kitchenette where there's this like static stainless steel cold island that you maybe have to like stand on and reach, and luckily you're like 8 foot tall, so you're like there and you're trying to assist and aid, and the first body just hits the floor, and it doesn't just munch, it does hit the ground, and it makes a horrible crack, like a bone broke, or something wasn't in a good state, and it is wet, and then the blood starts just as it is partly congealed. Obviously there's been 2 days for this to like build up at least, and it is just against the molten metal of the welded edges, sizzling, and as the blood drips over it's like it's enough to give anybody nightmares. But the bodies do start falling through. And those of you left in the tunnels, maybe 15 foot back, start to see that from the underside, a couple of bodies, which then causes this like cascade, and you get like a quarter of the tunnel clear. But still, this small 10, 20 foot square room, and where these bodies fall through, there's only so much room that there is, and then you have to climb back up. And whether you help each other, or, you know, it's a case of having to stand on this malleable surface that gives underneath your armored boots, your armor. And you have to, like, pull up onto their bodies and find different bits of skin and fur. It's like grabbing, when you, like, stroke a dog and you've got that loose hide, there's bits like that you have to grab and you have to start pulling on. And you think this would hurt an alive being, but you are just pulling yourself up with this stretchy skin, arms, hands, any way you can. And you guys watch as Ida and Kaz come back up into the tunnel. And there is this half a wall of bodies gone. And we're going to see you after the break.
Oh.
We're back in about 10 minutes, guys. See you then.
And Brian bless it.
What's your favourite Brian Butterfield item?
Oh.
Lord Mayor's croupier.
Saturday is treat day.
So I really like that. I was like, bean, singular. Ice, crushed, with powdered sugar.
Yeah. Singular cornflake.
Just look at me now. Fucking Peter Serafinowicz is
So funny.
Yeah, I fucking love the dude. He is so funny. How you doing, guys? We're back for part 2.
Fucking dandy.
Traumatised.
Yeah.
For what?
Bit of a tough spotty, aren't we?
I love that we're now an alien.
Tight spot.
Yeah. Bit of a bloody moment.
Instead of room, move for cricket.
Honestly, the value of this place is just going to plummet. I'll never be able to sell that apartment now.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Bold to think you owned it in the first
I
place.
did not.
Do you even own yourself?
No, I don't.
Those kidneys belong to Dynatech.
Yeah, they do.
Genuinely, they do.
Yeah, they do.
As far as
I'm property.
TJ, not Steph.
Oh, sorry, I got confused for a second.
Yeah, no, come on. Yeah, you guys are obviously in this situation where, like, now you're starting to get to the point where something's obviously gone horrifically wrong here. I assume you've got your theories, your assumptions. But as the bodies begin to fall, and then
It's the bodies in the floor. It's the bodies in the floor.
Steven, it's the bottom of that.
It's the.
Could you roll a D100? No. I assume you don't actually use it.
Would you like to sing it into the microphone?
You watch Ida and Kaz
Jazzing in the back with Roos.
climb these bodies. And like for Kaz and Ida, what do these guys see when you like stand back up? What's the vibe? What's the vibe check?
Vibe check. I think for as stalwart that Kaz has been, I think it's probably one moment where he's like, holy fucking shit. He's seen some stuff, but this is another level.
I've disassociated so much from what I'm doing, it's just kind of getting it done. Even though you can't see it under the mask, it's just...
I think Ida's disassociated a lot of the way through this. He's like, right, we've got a fucking job to do. At this point, we just need to get through this.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, you stand back up and this tunnel gives way and, you know, you've got this, like, nice, like, almost like semicircular, like, cutout that leaves this, like, pointed oval where there's no bodies. And you can see, like, the flickering lights of, like, a floor entrance, you know, 30, 40 foot away. And you still see bodies in the tunnel, like, just laying on the floor. They've obviously been, like, dragged in here and just left once the tunnel was blocked. The metalwork is probably cooling down now. Still, like, a little bit of steam and stuff. But I hand over to you guys. What would you like to do?
Have we all gone through?
Not yet.
Can I try and use my psychokinetic hand to see if I can just... I can imagine it almost like the edges, just push it out a little bit, see if I can cause more of a gap to appear.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you absolutely can. Is that a cantrip or is that a...
Cantrip.
Does that have like a maximum weight that you can lift?
One unintended object, no more than 10 pounds or 1 bulk. My plan is just to push like the edges and just almost use it as like a lever to kind of push more bodies over. So it's more of a
What's your spellcasting key ability score?
intelligence.
You can roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
11.
No. I think, and it's just at the limits of the spell. Like that 10 pounds is just like, it's just too much. The hand just like, you see like the fur and the skin just like move slightly, like you're prodding a body with a stick. But no. So it's big enough that you can all climb through though.
This is kind of as much as we've got right now.
TJ is just very silently going to start climbing his way through.
Yeah. And you do so. And the smell is just ungodly. You climb over the bodies of your kin. Get to the other side. Lovely white jumpsuit of yours now starting to be a bit more red.
It's filthy.
The Hawaiian shirt, a bit of a juxtaposition to the scene around you.
Yeah.
None of this. I've been to the Dakchi system and all I got was
T-shirt.
For the rest of you, what should be this comical look of this Hastoki is now a macabre joke. You begin to all climb through one by one, and you are free to then choose what you're doing next.
I'm going to snap my fingers where I'm wearing my glove of storing and summon Roy.
10 foot around you, I think it's 10 foot, this bright light emits. And the colour now is present. Not only from like where Roos had this like emission of light, but now you've got like a full white light as well. And it's like shining a torch in the garden at night time. You start to see the colours of silken clothes and ties and briefcases. And there'd probably be less of the briefcases, shoes, and just mixed with the red of this ichor, this blood, all the different coloured furs, but all the same like black dead eyes.
What floor is this?
You are currently about to make your way up to floor 32.
Sweet.
Sorry, 33. This is from 31 to 32 is the barrack.
Floor 33.
Hang on, I've got this written down. On 31 to 32 is where the barricade is.
Yeah.
So you are going on to
32.
floor 32.
Sweet. There you go.
Were there any windows that we...
There's no windows either.
There's nothing
There's
here.
no windows.
Yes, this is a completely enclosed building.
I'll say to everyone, my plan is while we've got this to see if we can send a communication to outside. I know we risk the infection getting out.
It's more than just the infection getting out, it's also the information getting out to the wrong hands at the wrong time.
It was more the data files.
I know the data files, I know where you're going, and I agree to an extent, but also I don't think that it's a risk that we could do. We're also very high up now, Ida, this is the other thing. We are very high up, and I don't think we have a complete picture yet, and I don't want my job used to be to take and sort through information as quickly as possible, and it would go off and it would be spun and it would be doctored and it would be made into certain types of information as to what Dynatech wanted the public to see. My concern is if they get hold of half a picture, they're going to spin it. I'd spin it.
With the other half, you don't know what they'd fill the vacuum with.
Exactly. I see where you're coming from, but... Oh, actually... No, because Lamp wouldn't get through a jam, would he? No. I think hang fire for now.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a little more information before we... I mean, it's always worth you can try and ping it back to Geeky, and hopefully once the jam lifts, it might get through. We've all got backups.
Yep.
Stephen is hopefully not going to fuck us over with his backup.
I have no intention of messing up this mission.
Thank you.
Can I sense motive that?
I mean, you absolutely can. But I'll tell you now, like
Yeah.
Stephen, like out of game,
No
you have no
intention
clue about like
of
the
messing
company
up
trying
this
to like
mission.
screw people over or anything like that.
No.
You're here to stop an infection.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, the company's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off one.
It's... I mean, I'm still like suspicious of Starfinders being on Dynatech property, but I don't think that's not obvious.
This is my house. These are my invited guests.
As far as I have ever been told, you are an AI product line.
Nice. I've got scans. Are we continuing on?
On and up.
Yes.
On and up. Quietly, quietly.
Or stealth checks then, please. Kaz.
28.
Stevan.
2.
22.
11.
18.
Okay. 3 successes to 2 failures. You just going straight to the next floor.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
You move your way up to 33. You see, like, through the door, kind of a perception check from people as you go past the door, please. And where are you trying to aim for?
Floor 36 is where TJ's aiming.
30.
That was a 23.
5.
16.
Dirty 20.
Those of you, 15 plus, you like are moving past these like open doorways, and you see the same stood there, swaying slightly, Hastoki in the tunnels, in the corridors, even not tunnels. There are like clearly open doors to apartments. Less chaos up here, though. You don't see the same blood splatters of clearly rifle fire against a body. But that's all you can really see from the tunnel. But you do see that there are infected. Maybe from this floor, as you would be looking down there, you see maybe like 2 of them down by the intersection over there. They don't really move, they just sway and breathe and sniff.
Like, oh my god, they're so drunk.
It's like last year's
I hear
Christmas.
that.
It's like last year's Christmas party all over again.
Smell of nighty tea.
It's about you.
Do we want to keep clearing floors?
That's all we've got, isn't it?
We don't
Unless
want
you come.
We don't want to be trapped with stuff behind us and stuff in front.
Nothing. Clear it.
Can we block
Sorry,
it?
TJ.
Block it in any way?
It's going to make a lot of noise to sit in it.
We're making a lot of noise anyway.
You can just move past them, try and just get up to the next floor.
You think it's this Jenkins?
I do.
Do you know where this Jenkins might be?
I do.
Somewhere in this town.
I think he's in his house. If he's here at all.
And what floor are you on?
36.
Okay, so we're not far.
The only thing is, if we need to make an escape, we've also got to get past them. And if we're going in a hurry,
Yeah, this is.
Then we throw
We
a
need to have a
grenade.
clear,
We bring it down.
So we
not
doing?
around us.
Are we going through or?
Oh, I've just realised probably poor Fran and Peter are probably dead. Oh, that's sad. Other neighbours. Oh,
Okay.
that's a shame.
They did good casseroles.
We did.
Kibble casserole.
Kibble casserole. Fran would just put it in a nice little dish, and we'd have casserole Tuesdays. It was lovely.
It's a Tuesday.
The Hastoki just makes shit up.
The days are just numbered. As well. Like it's just day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7.
Casserole day 2.
and we've got leftovers for day 3 and 4.
Ooh, thrifty.
You tell me, are you going to start poking around on this floor? Or are you just going to start trying to quietly go up?
I think we need to clear it.
Yeah, is, but also Jenkins could hear the gunfire, and I don't want, if he is there and he is the source of this problem, I don't want him to have the jump on us. I'd rather get the jump on him.
I have to agree with you, DJ.
I've come around to your way of thinking.
I'm not saying that we ignore them completely, Stephen. I think that we come back to it. I'm also aware of resource management in this situation because I've got a bad feeling about everything going on in here, and there's just something in my gut that's saying, don't shoot your load too early. I know what that means now.
You said that to Linda.
Don't need to.
She knows. She knows.
Listen, some men can control themselves, boy.
Where did that signal
That got
come
Tamsin,
from?
didn't it?
You're on the top.
Yeah.
And that's why she shops at Bad Dragon. For the woman whose man can't hold his load.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That's what we just assimilated, right? So we're moving on up.
Even now, no.
It's not the time, TJ.
It's always the time for karaoke.
I think we should.
If Jenkins is behind it, we don't want to spook him and him to run. He might have
Exactly.
answers.
And if he believes me, he hopefully thinks that we're on a much lower floor.
Okay.
Okay, so you move from 32 to 33. I assume, quietly. It's another group stealth check, please.
That mate.
Starting with Elida Kataro.
21.
21.
21.
21. Bibbidi bobbidi. Ass. Taja.
12.
Fail.
10.
Fail.
Oh, 9.
Oh!
15.
Oh, we're fucked.
But we tried.
Fail.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I need a D100. TJ, you rolling it?
Yeah, I'm taking responsibility. 56.
Okay.
56 Hastoki.
You on several bits of the blood and stuff like that, and you see that like the bodies have been moved from different places, and it's not careful, it's just aggressive. Controlled.
Laid the wool pipe.
Who made?
The flesh wool.
I got a message from Jenkins pre-tower saying that they had made a blockade. I, at the time, assumed that it had been from furniture. And now I think that maybe he made the blockade, and if he did make this blockade, I'm going to tear his skin off.
But surely the blockade was to keep it out. How come it's in as well?
There's the thing about Jenkins. He's an ambitious little shit, but he's also a clever little shit. And if he feared that there was Dynatech bodies coming in after him, I don't put it past him to do anything he could for self-preservation.
He's part of the Self-Preservation Society.
They do great jam roly-polies.
God. I hate it.
So good.
However,
Do you think, though, the one individual could have made that blockade?
If you see the side, no. No.
I think he has the power to control these others.
I don't know if it's power. I don't know what it is. I have thoughts. I have ideas. How tangible they are, I don't know. I don't understand the ins and outs of everything going on here. But I cannot shake the feeling that he has something to do with it, whether willingly or not remains the question. But I think that I think that I don't want him to know we're coming, just in case.
well, with that,
It's alright, we made enough sound.
there are moments where, like, the wet floor or maybe a squeak of boot on blood and metal, and you're like, shh. But you don't attract any unwanted attention moving to floor from 33 to 34. However, mechanically, every time you fail a check and you don't attract, the percentage of that roll is going to increase. We are going from 15% to 20%. If you group fail again, that will go up to 25, then to 30. To give away the mechanic of what's happening here. You now need to make, as you move up, another group stealth check as you make your way to 34.
Can't roll higher than 20.
Kaz,
29.
I'm at
Pass.
12.
fail.
21.
Pass.
24.
Pass.
12.
Fail. So you passed. And you need to roll the percentile dice. And the
Oh, sorry, 19.
pass.
Use a different fucking dice.
It wasn't that, I was looking at sense motive.
Pass. And this time going up, you are not assailed again. You start to see, as you look down the tunnels, that there are these open and closed doors, and sometimes, maybe on like floor 34, you see that like there's like one of these infected Hastoki, and they are just like forehead and nose to one of the doors that's closed. And it's almost like they're trying to push themselves into the door. But they're not like throwing themselves at it at this point. Could I have a perception check, please?
From everyone.
29.
Oh, fuck me. That's my third nat 1 of the day.
Oh, buddy.
Good, good. 29 from TJ, nat 1 from Roos for a total of
8.
3 with a nat 1.
nice. Stevan.
20.
Oh!
What?
So 20 and 29 so far, yeah?
27.
27.
With the nat 1, is it?
How do you know?
I'll never tell.
Just cast things.
Kaz, was it? Have you seen that mist again?
I haven't seen it again since I first saw it.
29.
29.
27. 20.
20.
I think it's as you're like coming around the corner to go up to the next floor to make that thing, you just see again, and this time it's you that sees it. This mist just. It's like a brief.
That brief. Could I make a check to see if I recognise it from the office?
Is it like a recall knowledge check?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm going to come around and look at your stats.
Okay.
I want to see what I'm adding to this.
So I've rolled a 15.
It's good.
I'll scroll.
Go all the way down, please. I'm looking at them all. And all the way back up. Thank you.
Next level sound effects.
And again, I'm taking the relevant stats
Yep.
and I'm adding it to your roll of 15.
15.
No.
Cool. Okay.
But you definitely see this thing lose its form
Yeah.
and disappear.
I'm not
And
gonna.
it's like on the corner. And it's,
I'm not gonna say anything. Oh no! I tell you what, I am gonna do because I've got Roy. Roy can do the thing with the mind thing with giving information. But do I want to shoot that now? Yeah, I do.
What answers?
you do get like a searching feeling from Roy. Just that tendrils
Yeah.
just reaching out always.
It's
a little pull.
So, because I believe that I've got with Roy, I can do mind link and empathic communication. Just let me find.
No. Please do. So you can actually go down to those spells. They should be on there, but if not, in the info sphere, you can bring it up under spells.
I'm finding it in Nethys because it doesn't let me click through on.
So, what's the spell? Mind Link.
Mind link.
Mind Link is instant telepathic communication. It's one standard action, range of touch.
Cool. Lovely. Yeah, so I'm gonna touch Kaz. And obviously because it's more like just a relay of
Images.
I'm going to relay that image of that mist. And I'm also, even though I know I haven't seen it, I can't connect the dots in what I've seen before, I've got something niggling, and I'm just going to show the mist and when we were in Rusluren's office and the vibe of that in comparison, and also I'm going to relay just as much information as I can in that 10-minute about the Jenkins's home and my home and how they look and where things are, and basically the doors, and I would basically want to download to Kaz TJ's memories, because I think that it'll be most useful for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they come across very strong, and you see this small unit of
Oh wait, that's Linda and Nebrano. Get rid of that. Oh no.
I've seen it all.
Oops.
There in the flesh.
We watch as
Kaz is on rule 34.
we
This
see.
doesn't awaken anything in me.
Why's Kaz's glasses so steamy?
It's like the Vision Pro. You just see these little images. Kaz, come back to us.
Oh dear.
Wakes up from the simulation. It's like, never playing that game again.
Had a wife and kids.
Listen, kids! You get these images. You would know them to be home. That you get that sense that comes with them, and you get, images of this 10, 15, 20 foot kind of rectangular square-ish kind of room with this floating kitchen island, and you're seeing that they're all the same, but you're getting images of them looking a bit more homely. You get this little flower pot on the center table. You see these screens that are created to look like windows, but they are just screens. You know they're screens, and they've got images of different outside worlds on them,
They're
or
all offices.
But yeah, this particular one is a cat poster, and you're like, it checks.
It tracks.
Hang in there.
And yeah, you don't see the inside of Jenkins's house. What you see is the outside door and this partially open thing and this face, a face that you've actually seen before, with these round glasses and this kind of chubby exterior, just and it's it's silently is just and it's just talking.
Yeah.
And if we think back to when you first were went to Jenkins's door, and he's hello TJ.
And he was home during the day.
He was at home during the day. And we see that silently.
Why would they create a Hastoki with astigmatism? That's my question. Why would they do that?
Batch one had faults. And yeah, you see Ross Luren's office. You see that kind of vibe. You get this mist that TJ sees from the corner. The same mist. Now it's not a cloud. Now it had a form, and you both caught it on the very cusp of it pulling away. It's not dispersing. It's moving. If you were quick enough, maybe you could see it. But this 10 minutes worth of information comes over in 6 seconds. Roy
I don't know what's here.
pulls.
Ooh.
Roy would pull. You're currently in this tunnel here, which means I have to bring up the map. You have a tug towards the. It would be in that direction, and it clearly cuts the corner of the building.
Ooh.
There is a definitive we gotta go that way.
Ooh.
Is this 35 or 36?
You're currently on 34.
Above the table, does Kaz have low light vision?
I'm pretty sure I've got dark vision.
That's fine. I was tempted to see if I could improve your vision, to see if it pushed it past a certain threshold.
I can see up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
Dark.
If I pushed it, I can basically enhance your eyes, give you another enhancement bonus on any perception checks. So I'm wondering if we push it that little bit further,
We
you
can
can
try
catch more of it.
my only thing is that I think we've seen all that we can see from. You know, unless we decide to let's run after and try and catch it or whatever
Unless
the
we
fuck it is.
actively hunt it, yeah.
You know, I like the idea, but I think we've seen it as much as we can see.
You're moving up.
Naturally, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Stealthily?
yes. I was everyone. I've got a Roy tug happening.
A Roy.
Is it?
Don't worry about it, Stephen.
Is
So,
it?
Steve, for you, Stevan, you see that, like, a few seconds ago, this hamster, this Hastoki, sorry, you got me saying hamster, is wearing this, like, one glove, and then it's just, like, you know, and they're in, like, a Hawaiian shirt, they've got, like, a big collar, there's a cape, there's, like, a weird sigil on the inside of it when it flaps, and they're wearing, like, this really, like, plain black t-shirt with a gaudy saying on it, and then this, like, pirate freebooter on. They are, like, a mixed match of just,
Yeah.
I'm
like,
a hot mess, baby.
no.
It's alright.
Listen, that's love.
Just
I
down
haven't
there.
been able to go back to get my custom yet.
And they just, and this like bright light of an orb just apparates into being. Yeah, that's what you'd see.
I think at this moment I'm just rolling with it. I'm like, sure. Sure.
But I need a group stealth check as you move up to 35. Ida,
14.
Kaz, fail.
It's fail. I'm telling you now, it's a fail.
I just want to know your roll. 74.
I rolled on that one, but I realised I had an extra +2 in dim light and darkness for perception and stealth. And I've not been adding that on. So anyway,
No.
so that's a 15.
Fail.
Yep.
Stevan,
I mean, it's a fail.
total.
It's a 7.
Fail. TJ,
19.
pass.
15.
Fail. I need a D100,
Roll it.
please.
Yeah.
72.
Okay, so 25 or below is what we were looking for.
Yeah.
It's now going to move up to 30. No, sorry, it was on 20 or below.
20,
it's now going to
yeah.
go up to 25. My apologies. Just got to keep track of that. As you then move up to
Great.
35. You stand at the doorway to 35, and you again see that, like, there's going to get one of these Hastoki off in the distance. Maybe because floor 35, the door is on that one there. So you'd be like, you'd be on that wall just there, and you look down, and it's not that far away. It's in this section of the corridor. It's like most of the way down. Yeah. And again, it's just like you're quiet enough that it doesn't notice you. You see that there is a Hastoki lying on the floor, but doesn't appear to have moved. It's obviously been killed at some point, but it's obviously not infected. Again, you're seeing no signs of gunfire up here. You see a few open apartments along that line. There's flickering lights.
I thought Roy only wanted to go for other orbs.
So did I.
When you're on that wall, it's pulling out.
Yeah, it's going like that way. Would that be? Would I know? Is that like towards Dynotech?
You could give me a survival check.
I'm so shit at those. 8.
Sure.
Is it Hastoki Tower? Is quite close to Dynatech.
It's in the free markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's on the
It's
station.
like- yeah.
No, I'm
it's-
like, you know,
technically on the same planet.
relative distance from Dynatech Tower to
Mile or
Hastoki
so?
Tower.
Yeah.
Is it close? No.
But I mean, the station's only 5 miles wide. Wide?
Wild.
So it's got to be within.
Yeah, I was just like, well, you know, is it across the street? Like, you know.
Not across the street, no.
Yeah,
You
like-
know that it's in the dome.
I was just wondering because
It's in the next
the
neighbourhood.
pole that you've got,
Yeah.
like, does it track? You know, like, is it,
Yeah, I think so.
you know, the kind of pole you got?
That's what I'm
feels
kind
like
of
it's
feeling.
really close, not a mile close.
Does it feel like it's like really close, or like in comparison to other tugs I've had?
Am I being edged?
It's gooning hard.
It's going on.
It's
It's like it's no, we're full cream here.
Oh, there's the episode title. Full
Going
cream.
full cream.
Full cream.
Shit.
There's a Miriam Margoyle's bit where she's on the Graham Norton show and she's talking about meeting, I think it's like Sinbad or something like that. She's like, and I just really creamed in my knickers. And he's like, yeah, he's like Daniel Radcliffe and I can't remember the other actors, just like, wherever that was going, I was not didn't think it was that. Yeah, and I think that it's definitely pulling away from the building. In terms of strength, there is a real want to go that way. Not enough that it's interfering with anything, but you are just like,
like how it used to be, and sort of like, ooh,
I say.
like when we were in Kashoria, and when we were getting closer to the temple, it kind of feels a little like that.
Should we ignore it for a little bit?
For now, Roy, we're busy. We'll deal with you later. I'm still not very. I'm not pleased with you right now, Roy.
We've got orbs at home, Roy.
The orbs at home. Turn number.
Or Royson at home.
Just a globe.
Onwards.
Yeah. Further
Next
up
floor.
Yeah.
to 35.
stealth checks all round.
I mean, I literally can't make this roll, so
You can. You just have to roll high.
it's 25, so I literally can't make this roll.
DC's not 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 25 is the percentage of the D100.
Yeah.
If you fail as a group. So what did you roll?
I need a 12. So
Cool, that is a fail.
yeah, exactly.
30.
30, you're fine. That's a pass.
15.
It is a fail.
25.
Pass.
15.
Fail. I need that
Come
D100,
on,
please.
man.
Oh,
Don't do it.
68. It was nearly nice.
It now goes up.
To 30.
I'm gonna fail.
You can again see those bodies. And there are now, looking down the corridor, nose to door, and it's almost every single door.
Oh, that's not fun.
Just slap the glass like you did in school.
Bruce gets to slap it, there's nothing there. It's just this hole to like this tunnel. He's like, no.
Let's get the train with these folks.
But looking down from 35, which is wall 2, which is over there, you would see it's like all down this corridor. Every door just has one waiting there.
Fucked up, man.
Are these the actual residents of these apartments, or are they just...
Can I take a quick peek to see if I recognise?
You could, and actually, I will give you a bonus because this is on the floor directly beneath where you
Yeah.
live. So roll me, please, a recall knowledge check with a culture bonus. You may add your expertise dice.
Ooh. So is it 16 plus culture?
Yep.
So 24. 30.
It's not.
Oh.
These bodies, these undead Hastoki that are waiting by these doors, are just pressing against them. They are not. Like, you don't see, like you knew pretty much everybody on this floor, your floor, and the floor above. They're from different. Maybe you recognize some are from, like, really low down, some are from really high up, and you're like, they are just at those doors. Every door is closed.
They look
Oh.
infected? Or...
Oh, yeah.
They have to be.
Yeah. You can tell that these are those same infected Hastoki, and they are just...
That their kind of behaviour is kind of leading me to me think that there's other Hastoki in those rooms.
That
Ones
or,
that aren't infected.
or are they waiting to be released?
That's
What
what
do
I
you
was
mean
wondering.
I'm wondering because they're not trying to break those doors down. They're just stood there. Are they waiting?
You can see,
for
like, the feet are,
call?
like, trying to walk into it,
Weird.
but, like, they obviously can't go anywhere. They don't have the strength to break down a bulkhead door. You can see they are trying to move through the threshold.
You think they're being controlled one at a time to go into these...
Maybe.
Like one big experiment.
Maybe. I don't know.
We need to go up one.
We do.
One
Go
more.
home.
There's no time to dilly or dally.
One more floor.
God, again.
One.
Didn't tally.
More floor. Let's start with Stevan.
Yeah, 12.
12. Fail. That's all you rolled on these.
Yeah, exactly.
Fail. Kaz.
34.
Fail. No, pass. Shit. Not at this level, that's a pass.
That's natty 20, by the way. Just in case that
Oh,
makes sense.
yes, get that out of the way. Roos.
24.
Pass.
Oh.
Ida.
28.
Pass.
That was 30.
Tajar.
27.
Pass. You. And now you're starting to see that, like, now you're a few floors up from this blockade, there's less ichor in the tunnels. And you get to floor 36. Does that go in that gap there, please?
Because we're on the street where I live.
In my hometown.
I'm just going to put you guys up here for now, just so you're out of the way of the map. And
Tunnel road,
To the suplex.
I belong.
you
In the
see,
cycler you belong.
Stephen.
Go, Jack.
Alright.
you give me perception check it.
Back at me.
14.
Oh, sorry, perception. Fucking miles away.
18.
2.
Another 24.
7.
14.
You do see that there is one singular Hastoki all the way down, the very bottom intersection.
These
No,
all the way down.
yeah, all the way down. There is an intersection right down there,
Oh, yeah.
and because you got to think each one of these sides. I'm going to bring it up on the battle map.
Battle map.
Beetle map.
Enhance.
Digitize.
Each one of these squares,
Zoom
minus,
in.
minus the exterior, well, the sides, but basically where the front and the backs are, there are these 3 doors on either side. Is Eden there? Who is Ida anyway? Get that on a t-shirt.
You do need.
He is the knight.
You don't know.
But you see this one Hastoki down there, not at a door or anything, and from this particular corridor you do not see doors, because the doors are all on these parallels. What would you like to do?
So where's your home and where is Jenkins?
So my home is number 1909. Jenkins is 1910.
Do you remember which one you are?
I did write it down. I'm confused by my own.
It's alright.
notes.
I will just point out to you which one is yours.
Yeah. My house.
Which one's Jake?
It's my house. So that's me. Was that 1910?
That was
that
Jenkins'
way?
place.
That was Jenkins. That's Jenkins.
Shiver at the thought of Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Yeah. So TJ's in the middle, Jenkins on the side, Fran and Peter.
TJ in the middle.
Yeah. So it was Fran and
Life
Peter.
is unfair.
Yeah.
TJ and Linda and Jenkins.
Okay.
One is on. That's got it.
By the protein recycler.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
We randomised this when we wrote
Yeah.
it.
How long did we spend doing numbers?
We actually did a TikTok of it. It was something like we did a good hour of just like
Yeah.
because this obviously this tower is structured to be the same thing over and over again because it's just like functional. So we wrote every single I'm literally scrolling through it. The entire story arc is a list of numbers with where shit has happened and where the checks are and what things need to be done. And here we stand at the entrance to floor 36. TJ, you haven't been home in weeks. The last time you were here, you were dissolving that partnership with
Yeah.
Linda. You left the flower behind. And in a sense, bloomed in your own way. Cred stick.
Gay.
But in this moment, through this horror, what is TJ feeling?
I think TJ is feeling. TJ has always approached life through a rosy lens, and with a kind of a bent towards optimism and finding good in the bad as much as he can, putting a spin on things. That's what he was made to do, put a spin on things. But in this moment, coming back to a place that he once felt safe and secure and homely in, with all these ideas running through his head, he is just angry. He is so angry that he got to go out and experience the world at large. The worlds at large. And for others and he doesn't like to think of it as a batch. A litter, maybe. That they never got to leave beyond the tower and the office. And they never got that opportunity. And he is just filled with this quiet, determined rage to right that wrong. Not for himself, but for them. That's a natural one.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Mystery one.
What would you guys like to do?
I mean, straight.
Straight to
where we go,
Jenkins.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we see any more of these Hastoki at the doors?
You can't see the doors.
Oh, yeah.
Because the doors are
Yeah,
all
yeah,
along.
yes, right.
Actually, tell a lie.
Oh,
Because you are coming in here, there is actually a line of them here.
yeah.
As you peer out, give me a perception check.
21.
Okay. Some of these doors have Hastoki on them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them
Okay.
are just
Mm-hmm.
clear. That was a perception check for the Hastoki along this line.
Beautiful.
I'm going to give you an auto pass as you begin to make your way out into this section here. But you do see that there is like maybe a couple of them. Let's put one would be all the way down here. Not that you guys can see this, not that cameras can see this. One would be all the way down on this one. There's probably another one in the middle and this one here. No real pattern, they're not on the same one in each one, but they are, again, just at the door. The other doors are there, they're closed. But they don't notice you as you slowly move out onto this floor.
Can we carry on?
Beep, 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 beep. No.
Mute! Mute!
Nyan cat. Now's not the time.
But it's so good! Yeah, I think
Yep.
I will try and lead the gang as stealthily as possible down the corridor. Roy is still out, but I think I've caped him and sort of tucked underneath my cape a little bit.
There is a curiosity. But nothing other than a pull.
Mm-hmm.
That pull goes that way.
Cool.
And you get the sense that it's
Yeah.
out of the building.
What can I do with it later, Warwick? Shut the fuck up.
Give me a wisdom then.
Burst out through the wall.
Yeah, so you're trying to move down here, yeah?
Yeah.
So coming down to the next intersection,
Yeah.
going past it.
Yep.
I assume you're going stealthy.
Yes.
I'm not going to have you roll a check because of that initial nat 1. However, you get to down here and you begin to peer left and right. Completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
No Hastoki. All doors
Oh.
closed. Empty. All doors closed.
Yep.
1. Here. Here. All doors closed.
Is that one still there?
Yeah, and it just seems to be like it's the dim light only really lights up like the silhouettes of your feet. The shadows are long, but Roy caped isn't giving off all that much light.
And none of these appear to be Jenkins as far as we know.
Trust me, when you see Jenkins, you'll know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can attest.
He's big.
Oh yeah.
He's
So
round.
big you can't see him.
On the ground,
Oh,
just
oh.
Jenkins.
Eda. I mean, that was
Missed that.
too far, man.
He's a big boy.
Okay.
Are we gonna continue on to the next intersection?
I think there's nothing else but
Yeah.
We get to Jenkins.
that is our
So
objective.
next intersection.
I would like a stealth check as
Yeah.
you start getting closer.
Change my
Oh, what a surprise! I don't know how I keep surprised.
Ah, shit.
Yeah,
I don't like how many things it could have been.
No.
Fuck me.
I bet it's a fucking swarm of them.
Wait.
Piss
Let's
and
do the
vinegar.
let's do the stealth check first.
21.
Pass.
27.
Pass.
22.
Pass.
Really surprisingly, it's a 12.
No way! That's in every single
Yeah, literally every time.
Any chance those dice are weighted?
Maybe.
Did you buy
Fail.
Dragonborn?
32.
Pass. Could you put, please,
Oh, come on.
in front of the door closest
You
to you?
wasted it now.
Oh.
That's
Facing the door. Could you put, please, behind it? Facing the door. Could you put, please,
Oh!
facing the door?
Who's in my
No.
house?
No.
still the same one.
Opposite door.
Oh right.
Nothing in front of that door.
Thank you.
That one, please. Opposite door. Perfect. Nothing in that one.
Oh, rip front.
Could you
Peter.
please? I need 1, 2, 3 on this side.
Can't do them in alternating
Nope. They need
direction.
to all on the other side.
All of her show.
These two need to be on the first two on that side. All facing the doors. So far, none of them seem to notice you.
If we come around here, though, they're gonna notice us.
I think it's at this moment, like you go to go round the corner, and you steady your breath. Is it. You can see it trying to walk into the door. You can see it pushing itself against the very threshold.
Mm. Oh, that's an interesting choice of word. Interesting inflection there, Ian.
I'm going to say you obviously clearly moved up. I'm just putting the,
Yeah.
mini down there.
Just
for the
easier,
sake of
isn't it?
just because. Tight corridors.
Yeah, that'd be good. How many can you do?
Um,
I can at least try and, I think.
You don't need to whisper.
It's alright, we're just
Stage
conferring,
whisper.
No.
Yeah.
we're conferring on a thing.
an idea.
Because I've got I can at least try and
Mm.
blag it.
Yeah.
But for the others.
I've got invisibility, 4 charges. Someone's got enough of a good act on them to Shaun of the Dead it.
What's the plan? If you
Sneak
use Shaun of the Dead, are you invisible?
all of us.
Where do you? On all of us. Oh, right.
It,
I'm with
it
you.
makes our equipment invisible as
Okay.
well. So it's not just us, it's all of the stuff we've got on us.
Imagine that just makes you invisible, but your clothes are still there. It's like invisible man.
It's
Just
the
this
invisible
floating
man.
If we can get anything into your apartment.
Just the sentry drone, guys.
Just all this nanoids
Well-
floating around.
Yeah, We've
Into
got
your
the welder
apartment.
thing.
Yeah, well,
That's
through
what
the
my-
side.
That
plan
or
was.
I have some form of telepathy. I will be able to, if Jenkins is in there.
There was
I've also got my whisper ring on if he
there was
says
nothing
my
here.
name.
There's not a thing running down this way, is there?
No.
Okay.
Just good old Chompy.
My my other plan was
Across the top.
Go up another floor.
throw down a spell as far away that side, so they all that way as we tuck in. I can make myself invisible, cast a spell, you guys sneak into TJ's house, and I try and loop back.
Like the plan, again, it's going to give away our position. It's going to let him know we're here.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not
there
just
is the
these guys
go
we're
up a floor and then
Come down
Go
through
down.
the ceiling.
Where's the thing to go up? Is it? It's
Back where we came from.
Not
So it's a
bad
plan, but
yeah.
I mean, how long does it take to weld through a floor?
It's
Weld
also
through a floor?
loud.
Yeah, so we'd have to lock
Could we-
ourselves into there.
Is there a way that, I mean, if we got into, because our flats back onto each other, is there like a connecting thing, like through the French Maiden or the tech walls that we could
You can
dismantle?
give me an engineering check if you're trained in engineering.
Oh, I am. Don't have a lot of it.
Because it's a weapon, would I be able to supercharge it?
Ooh.
17.
now you fucking 20.
Good. Get to the milk gun
27.
now.
Unnatural
Engineers among you.
20.
Yeah, of course you could fucking cut through a
Is
bulkhead. It's like you could go into one of the other apartments and just cut through the fucking wall.
Are these walls likely to be thinner than the other ones, so like quicker?
I mean, for the engineers, again, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
Internal walls are always going to be thinner than
Yeah.
the external.
So we get into I assume you have like a key, handprint, whatever, to get into your apartment
of course I do,
quietly.
yeah.
And
How do I
then
get in though now?
has it
I
been
dissolved-
reassigned to another individual?
No, I dissolved my cohabitation contract.
Worst case.
I will let you give me a sense motive check on Linda to see how efficient her work process would be.
Okay. That's a natural 1 for a
34!
11, 12, 13, 14, 16.
I mean, Linda's very efficient at her job.
She's very efficient.
She would have probably put that through. And then you also got the messages.
Yeah.
So
She did it straight away. Linda, listen, my girl don't play. She files. She files.
she fell.
Well,
She fell. Oh, Rick and Martin. But I mean, yeah.
Probably our safest route. If we're going to weld in, we can at least defend the position.
Or go back through one of these.
Do they back
And then it
onto
was
each
clear
other?
on that
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Then back onto
Try
that area.
that way.
Okay.
If you can't get into your house,
If you are moving back out of the way of that junction, as you are on the corner with one, I would like a group still
Steal.
Take a group still checklist. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Stevan, it's off the table. You can roll again. Is it? Tell me it's 12.
it's a 13.
Hey, pass. No. So fail. TJ.
18.
Just. The DC is 18.
Oh! Toy.
Ida.
28.
Pass.
26.
Pass.
11.
Fail. As a group, you pass. And you move back to this intersection over here. Now, once more, you're able to come into here and do it. So you tell me what you're doing at this point.
I think we want to get into that far room that backs
furthest
onto
one.
I'll
Jenkins'
cover the
place.
rear.
Yeah, you will.
And then
And then what you're going to do, help us get through.
we'll probably attempt to try and hack into the room.
Could you just,
I can't imagine that it would be.
can we just try and open the door
Deadlocked.
first?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just-
Well, of course, yeah.
Try the door handle.
This
So
is
there's
a
no
safe
door
position.
handle, but there is like a little pad. And you go to hit the open button.
We've got to hack.
All of us, if anyone
Yeah,
can help,
yeah,
please.
can help.
What
Has it got like
computers?
a
Yep.
port? Data jack myself in.
Instant help from Tidge.
Yeah, I'll aid you as well.
Plus
May
4.
keep watch to aim.
I
Okay.
just need to remember what my data jack does now.
If I'm not trained, can I?
If it's a class skill, so if you have a dot in it,
No.
it's fine. Then no, you can't aid.
Can they be it?
Can,
We can
Kinda do.
So good, get
we can
Stance
keep an
doing
eye out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
plus 4.
cover
Is
the
it a computer
Cover the
check?
old rear.
It's a hat. It sure is, buddy.
So that's plus 4 plus my data jack is a plus 1, so that's plus 5. Onto my computers of plus 16, so that's plus 21.
I mean, you don't need to
Yeah,
roll.
boy.
29.
So, you're like, as soon as you like jack in, you're like, this is such a simple lock. This isn't designed to
that's
keep
what I
people
thought
out.
it would be,
This
to
is
be
quite
honest.
literally a
Jack's
habitation
not
lock
even put in, and it's
in
like, what?
in a secret building. There is. You do not think that they are trying to keep people out of individual rooms.
Yeah.
You also get the sense that that's probably why the biohazard teams, and you would know this, you are welding doors so that like things don't just like one break through it or try and hack it. And if it's welded physically, they have to physically unweld it. So you jack in, and it takes seconds. You are like just change a 0 to a 1, binary style, and it just goes ping, and it's a really quiet ding, and then just door opens, and you guys can pile into that room.
Who has 4 zeros as a password?
As you find yourself in this room,
Tiny ass room.
would you like to describe what the generic room looks like?
A generic Hastoki room is very clean, clinical. There is kind of like a little breakfast bar style table in the centre of the room with stools that are kind of welded to the floor. To the side of this kind of kitchen living space, there is a sink area and the French maiden underneath the food disposal. And there are not windows per se, but you would be able to see, particularly those kind of with tech experiences, slight flicker, which belies like screens where images are uploaded. I imagine most of the Hastoki have literally just, and Kaz would probably recognise them, the marketing offices as their background. But yeah, this space is very kind of, there's not a lot of personalisation, it's very sort of functional over comfort.
Except for one thing. Against that sink is a body.
Oh no.
A Hastoki body. Its head is like forced into the sink, where the faucet kind of like holds its forehead in place as it's like then relaxed in death to then slump out but been caught. Its back is somewhat twisted, and there is the signs of a struggle in blood. There is, some blood on the floor.
Can I determine the actual cause of death?
That sounds like a medicine check, my friend.
Nope.
And that one. For a total.
For 13.
13. There are like, you're not sure if they're like stab wounds or certain like, puncture marks to them, but they have definitely, it's not overly pretty.
How long do they look? Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
How long do they look like they've been dead?
Sounds like a medicine check.
8. No idea.
I like this because
No,
Stavon
no.
last week rolled rocks.
Yeah.
Stavon this week.
Fucking dumb.
A little out of my depth here, guys. Hard to tell.
I am going to try and use the item that I picked off the corpse last week. Not the welder.
The autopsy gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go up to them and see if I can relay the last 10 minutes of their life.
You tell me what the autopsic scanner does.
When using this device in a way, you can attempt to check to determine the cause of the creature's death, even if untrained. You get a +2 insight bonus on a performance of such check. While the electrodes are affixed to the corpse of an intact brain, you can use the scanner to analyse the brain, attempting to retrieve one piece of information the creature knew within its last 10 minutes of life, e.g. how it was dying or killed. This can be a still image of one moment of the creature experience, though the details the creature didn't consider relevant at the time are less distinct. Alternatively, the scanner can attempt to ask the corpse one question of its final moments. As speaking to the dead, although the effect grants no saving throw, there is a 20% chance that the corpse's response translates to the screen as unintelligible.
20% chance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can't be used twice. It can be used once and that's it.
what was the lichen spell?
Doesn't have a small.
Is it like the...
Oh, speak with dead. Or...
Yeah, that's what I thought it said, something
Yes.
like that.
Still image, one moment doesn't contribute less than distinctive. The scanner can attempt to ask the corpse one question about its final moments, as speak with dead.
Cool, that's what I need, because I've just got the spell
Okay,
here,
yeah,
so I
that's
want to
fine.
make sure that I
Mhm.
quickly spell, because the spell Speak with Dead for Starfinder. Obviously with D&D we know that you get 5 questions, and then that's that. So, with this one, now obviously you're getting 1 question, you're not getting the full shebang here, but you grant this semblance of life to a corpse, allowing it to answer questions. You can ask up to 6 questions. The corpse's knowledge is limited to what it knew during life, including the language it spoke. Answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive, especially if the creature would have opposed you in life. If the dead creature was friendly or helpful towards you in life, the spell works automatically. Otherwise, the corpse can attempt a will saving throw to resist the spell as if it were alive. On a successful save, the corpse can refuse to answer. I'm not going to go through all of that because it's all the bluff checks and stuff. That doesn't overly matter here. If the corpse has been subjected to a Speak with Dead within the past week, the spell fails. You can cast this on a corpse that has been deceased for any amount of time, but the body must be mostly intact and be able to respond. A damaged corpse might be able to give partial answers or partially correct answers, but it must have at least a mouth in order to speak at all. The spell does not affect a corpse that's been turned into an undead creature.
First off, do I know this chap?
Sure. You know everybody on
I know everybody on the floor.
the
Give him a name.
Random hamster name generator.
Give him a name.
Giles.
Giles.
His name is Giles.
His name is Giles.
And she was.
Or she.
Giles is one of the marketing department. And yeah,
Does Giles look like Giles has been undead at any point?
give me a mysticism check.
I'm not very good at those. I'm very not good
Neither
at
am I.
those.
I was going to say could I aid, but
4.
The one thing I'm actually good at.
Uh,
No, I'm in a library. Having a great time.
Who knows?
No.
Can give it a shot, Ida.
So, you begin to connect up the autopsic scanner.
it's just kind of like a
Crocodile clips and a little.
this
Do it again.
bad dragon.
Seriously, we do it. Come on.
What's it called where they monitor the heart rate?
ECG.
ECG, yeah, like the ECG tabs. I just kind of one to the ear, one to the heart, and kind of like that, and just hook it up to my data pad.
Okay.
I'll hold his hand.
You tell me what's happening.
I would like to see if I can call on his last 10 minutes of memory
Okay.
of what's happened to his corpse, because it should show up on my screen as I hold it to show everyone.
Should, but it does. Does it say that? Like, sorry, just to go back into it, because obviously,
go
like,
back into it.
did it give you one question or like one thing, or does it like, play like
Gives
the
you
last
either
10 minutes
or.
of
Gives you
deadline?
either or.
You can choose which one.
Yeah.
This can be a still image of one moment that the creature experienced.
Still image.
Or retrieve
Yeah.
one piece of information it knew it within the last 10 minutes. This can be a still image. Or, alternatively, I can attempt to ask them one question. I only have one question. It specifies it.
So you won't get like a video or anything. You would just get
Yeah.
a
You still image
picture.
of, like,
You
the
can
last
either
10
get
minutes,
a singular image.
So
This
to
is
you.
Giles, by the way.
I think yeah. I could either ask it a question, or we can get one image with. How would you feel asking him a question, TJ?
What would you want to ask him? Who did this?
Who did it? There's 101 questions, but one that matters.
Or would we be better off getting the last moments?
Last moment.
No, 2.
So 2.
Maybe why?
I don't know that Giles would know why.
No, he would just know
I think-
what's happened.
What happened to you?
What happened? We'll ask
Sure.
him the question.
Because we know
Sure.
probably who.
Yeah.
I'll let TJ. I'll let you ask. You're less likely to scare him than the rest of us.
Or,
Did you take over the scanner?
Yeah.
I just slip off my
No.
pad.
unless we say like, how?
Mm.
Instead of saying what, because I got stabbed.
Yeah.
Or is it, if it's how, they might go into a little bit more detail as to
How
how.
did you pass away?
Ready?
If you agree.
Yep. Yep.
Press the green button. No, that one. Yes.
Wait, I'm not
Corpse erased.
colourblind.
I don't know.
Yet.
No.
Yeah.
It's too late. Too far in now. Maybe later, but
Explain Thanks for fashion.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my fashion?
Shit.
Can you not see the right colours?
Now's not
And then
the
you ask
time.
a question.
What's wrong with
Everything!
It's like the D&D film. What's wrong with these colours? Everything.
I pressed the green button.
And what are you asking? What are you aiming for here?
Hello, Giles. I'm ever so sorry this has happened to you. We're trying to get the bastards who've done this. But
Bastards.
we need to know. Yes, we need to know. How did your death occur?
Are you after the answer? Are you after the still image? Or are you after... Which response do you want?
We don't know what the fucking image is going to be.
No.
It could be
Is it just going to
Information
be
might be better.
him?
Written text.
Or is it going to be him and someone else going, like,
Should we say answer?
Yes.
I think so.
Answer, please.
Okay. Breathe critic.
Hang in there,
Especially
Ruth.
the creature would have
Yeah,
opposed to you.
just-
Like, it does not oppose you. It's limited to what it knew during life. That's fine. Learning the language rate, that's fine. That's the breathe critic.
Ruth is hungry.
We ran. The chaos. The gunfire. Escaped to home. And then the mist came in. And the mist. How would they answer this? Because this is the problem with being sheltered.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to go through the course of events because I want to get this right for you. So I'm going to go back a little bit. We ran to the safety of home. But it wasn't Dynatech. The other Hastoki, they chased us. Trying to bite us, eat us, kill us. It's like we had gone feral. I got here and closed the door. Then I knew they were just outside. Time. Hours. And then the mist came in. It was cold. And I was scared. That is a retrospective perception check. The Hastoki have a perception of, and they are a generic thing that I've built as Hastoki desk jockeys. Is their genuine name?
Yeah, I don't.
DJ!
Come on.
Please load.
Plus,
HDJ.
Come on.
DJ!
Because what I need to know is if they saw what then happened and how quick it was. They have a +3 to their perception check. It's only a 5. However, what did this needs to make a dexterity check against it because it needs to be quick, not to be seen. I would like somebody to roll that d20 for me, please.
It better be me having
God,
it.
yeah.
go on.
Would you like the dice tray?
Yeah, go on, let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it proper.
It's a 9.
With a -5.
Who'd have thought?
It surrounded me, and then it was real. And then you get the sense that the spell is ending. However, an image pops up. And I'm going to give you, because I can't answer the question, I'm going to give you the alternate image. You see the ceiling from underneath the faucet, where they are being bent over backwards. And you can see, like, somebody's put a thumb over the corner of the image, like something is on, like, a photo and something's in the way, and you can just make out, like, a hunched shape. It's really close, so it's like the perspective is hard to gauge what it is, and it's also like, it's almost like something is like here, and you get the sense that like this puncture mark is here.
Ooh.
The main puncture mark, and it's quite big, and it's deep. It's like someone who's got like a stiletto knife and just gone in, and you just see this shadow over the top of it. I will give you all a perception check. Except Stefan.
No. The one time I get a good roll.
What did you roll?
Nat 20.
Don't worry. You say no, so it's alright.
Yeah, I did.
That's fucking shit.
I see what a nat 20. There's a stain on the wall. What?
I see trauma. The blob test.
Yeah.
I see my parents arguing.
Oh.
Edward's kissing.
I see two pairs
Ida.
high-fiving.
17.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
13.
For purposes, I pointed at Tamsin and then waved my hand because I forgot that I said no.
30.
There is a reason you don't know what this is.
Oh, it's alright.
Because you make out a colour
Colour.
at the cusp of this darkened shadow, like a thumb over a lens. This last image. Try and make sure. You see, like, it's kind of like an edge to this form. It's literally like part of something, but it is this kind of like yellowish light colour. And it's almost like it is dark and then just becomes ever so slightly brighter, but then slightly transparent. So like almost like the opacity of this object becomes clearer. This hunch.
Yellow.
Pale.
Pale yellow. Do you know anyone that wears yellow? Ish.
Trying to think. Calyx.
Definitely not that blue. So, wait, and actually, this is a good reference.
All
The
along.
calyx yellow of that jacket that they wore is luminous. It's not that. It's very pale.
Maybe it's not clothes, maybe it's skin. Or...
Give me a life science check.
All of us.
Ooh.
19.
With a natty 20, life science 33.
On the other than that, a natural one for a 6.
You can, at this point, do this.
Can we have the nat 20 for it?
No.
12.
Okay. Yours was
19.
19. Skin, maybe 33.
Banger of a roll.
That dark silhouette to then this kind of like opacity becoming clearer. Fur.
Ah,
Is
man.
it fucking Jenkins, boys?
Jenkins was.
Well, no.
Jenkins is piebald, isn't he? Isn't he dark fur?
What have you got written down for Jenkins? Because I've got stuff written down for so many different beings. But Jenkins is one of the tabs I have open.
This might just be me misremembering. I thought he was like a dark fur Hastoki, but I might be very wrong on that.
Like this sort of yellowy,
Slightly paler.
like a sick one of these.
But whatever this thing is seems very nimble. Jenkins is not fucking nimble. Quite the opposite. Lead weight.
Yeah, but things might have changed for Jenkins since we've been away.
It's been working out.
God, if he can do
Hastoki.
2 pull-ups, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You stand in a room with this corpse, this image now. The autopsic scanner winds down.
Did we get any sense of height of this thing
Because of the image being
from the force?
like bent over the faucet in this final position, and it is like, yeah, clearly over them, but I don't think you get a sense of like, it doesn't seem grandeur.
Yeah.
You said over them, they were taking a bite into them, did you say? Or was it kind of like they forced them over the head to like be under the faucet?
Give me a medicine check.
Can I help you with that?
Yes.
Yeah, just made it over, so +2.
So 19.
You get the sense that it was obviously like a very quick struggle, and now you're looking at it, and you think of the Hastoki teeth. It is a bite.
That's fine.
It is clearly 2 very deep front fangs have gone in through the clavicle. You're not sure whether or not they were held over to expose the neck and the clavicle, or if it was just part of the struggle that they were just forced into it. But it was violent and quick.
It just gets rid of one of my theories, it's fine.
I think we need to get through to
Yeah, well,
Jenkins's
through a door.
house.
Do you want me to use my
Onto a
telepathy to try and see if I can contact
Can
him?
you do it from this distance? Hang on, let me send him a message first.
Just move to floor 3.
Oh no, I said we're higher than that.
Floor 11.
We've gone
we're,
down.
We're on our way. I know we've had our differences, but we are brothers at the end of the day. I'm coming for you. And the others. Send.
Where are you?
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
You keep saying you're coming, but everything's gone quiet. I'm trapped. I can't get out. I'm scared.
Do you want me to use it?
I'll send off one more, and then yes. We're trying our best. Lots to get through. They're dead. They're all dead.
They're dead, Dave. Everybody's dead.
I'll ping it off.
Okay. Can you just tell me what you're pinging off again? Because I have to read something here.
Something like I'm coming as fast as I can. Lots to get through.
They're all dead.
They're dead. They're all dead. Try and stay calm. We're close. I'll go and then ping it off.
Yeah. It just comes back with hurry.
Okay. Now I'll go for it.
Okay. So I'm going to try and go to the very back wall of this room that connects to Jenkins.
Oh, if you go through into the bedroom.
Yes. Yeah.
Then that will just.
Okay.
That's good.
So you would know full well that this one is the bedroom. This one here is like it's kind of like a walk-in shower room.
It's a wet room.
Yeah.
Whatever,
basically.
whatever I wouldn't know from TJ's help
Yeah.
will be the connecting wall between the rooms.
Which one do you go into?
Whatever's closest to his room. So, yeah, I mean, it's a perfectly square sort of each apartment, right?
Yep.
I'll go to the bedroom.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to create a limited telepathy craft.
Yep.
So I can essentially trying to communicate with things that share the same language as me within 30 foot.
Within 30 foot. Okay.
It doesn't say anything about line of sight or anything like that. So I'm going to attempt to contact to something into where I know Jenkins' room is.
Okay.
Just say like, are you in there, Jenkins?
Jenkins.
Do it. Find one.
Okay, I'm doing it. I challenge you to a battle of wits, but it seems you came unarmed.
Very apt.
Yes, I think so.
Just in there having a shit.
Oh, get out.
He sounds like he's really struggling in there.
It just won't shift.
We just cut through and he's just there with the newspaper. Do you mind? I'm reading the business.
This is why I asked you to hurry.
I ran out of toilet paper.
Please tell me you brought
It's,
some.
it's like COVID all over again. I'm out of toilet roll and flour.
The hemorrhoids. They're hemorrhoiding.
Giving you that look from the loop.
Oh
The
no.
paper goes down. You can have it when I'm finished.
Okay. Where are you? I could hear you. Where? Trapped.
I think maybe I'll just peek my head out bedroom.
Oh, I'm definitely in there with you.
Okay. I've made contact.
Okay.
He still sounds genuinely scared.
Okay.
Can I try and like sort of sense motive to see if he's trying to put on the voice?
Yeah. It's a telepathic message. You can't really read body language or anything like that.
No,
so
no,
the
no.
check's kind of hard.
16.
I mean, it seems
Yeah.
it's hard to read a telepathic message.
No, like because obviously it's still their voice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still trying to sort of.
Yeah.
If it seems forced, like, oh wait, I need help.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look like that.
It seems genuinely scared, but
That was a 7 on the dice, by the way. That was checking for something.
I can continue talking to him.
Say TJ says hi. What room are you in?
TJ says hi. What room are you in? I am close.
TJ, it's coming. I'm in my room. I'm trapped, scared, trying to be quiet. Where are you?
We're on our
Ow.
way. We're on the floor below.
Be careful.
What do you know about what's going on? Tell me everything.
How long does this last?
1,000 years. Forever, Kaz will be able to talk to Jenkins telepathically.
Please no.
Across space, across time.
There are no limits to the Jenkins telepathy.
On the low side, great hypothesis.
So, as it
The
is,
answer's Manchester United.
it's an augmentation that I can create with my own nanite. So as long as I hold my nanite form, it's there. So as long as I don't change it,
Sexy.
and I'm not, and it's part of me, so I can't move away from it.
Yes, it's just like
Yeah. Making your way quickly from floor 5. Please, stay quiet. They are hunting us down, our own kind. I think they're trying to eat us.
He still sounds genuine. I asked him everything he knows. I've said that we're on the floor below. he hasn't let loose any information.
I think we try and get through into his apartments then. What colour was Bam Bam?
I believe Blam Bam was grey.
And Bolo Willie?
He was like a salt and pepper, but he had this like
Yeah.
grey handlebar
Yeah.
mustache.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of
Bolo
all
Willie.
the Hastoki I have known before.
Have you got a class photo?
Yearbook.
Yearbook photo.
Yeah,
Batch photo.
thousands of them.
Catalogue.
Right, I think
We have just
We have to get through.
the.
Ju-
Ida.
I will ask everyone to stand back. I'm going to supercharge this. It's going to get a little bit hotter.
Tell him to kind of, if he can, keep back from the back wall.
Are we shut the door behind us?
We need to make sure
We have
that
shut the
our door is fucking.
Yeah.
Shall I weld it shut
And
first?
shall I try and tell him to try and block his own door?
Yes. Hang on, I'll just message him. Jenkins, if you can, keep away from your back bedroom wall, but make sure your front door is blocked.
It comes back, trapped in bathroom.
I'll go to the next.
That's
room.
fine.
Do we go to the next room?
No, if we go,
No,
because
no,
if
no.
we go in through his bedroom, we
Yeah.
can get round to his bathroom.
But
Yeah.
we wouldn't
So-
know if.
Well, if we
Did
go,
we see if this door was open though from where we were?
You saw it closed.
Okay,
Yeah.
if we go through this bedroom wall, they go into his bedroom.
Yeah.
Then we're.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Shall I do some tack welds on this?
I mean, they're not going. to If the door's closed, they
We're gonna make
can't
a
They're
get in
not.
without.
They're not going to get it.
Okay.
in.
Right.
Why not just go in through the back of the bathroom?
Because you might hit wall height.
If he's stuck as well,
Yeah.
we might end up welding him. And if he is fine, if he's not the twat I'm hoping he's not, then we don't want to hurt him. But again, he might have information. We don't want to hurt him unnecessarily.
We don't want to scare.
I think bedroom, and then we can loop around. It's a
as,
very small complex.
as he says, he just flicks like the visor forward, covering his helmet already.
Helmet upon helmet.
yeah.
It's like glasses under glasses.
I can see in 4K. I'm going to supercharge it so it can cut through.
And you're going through this wall here.
Yeah.
This one here.
As you begin to cut your way through, it doesn't take long. You're like, and it is quite loud, but especially with the supercharge.
Can I try and break the door latch from we came in to stop it just being going boot and get straight in?
Yes, but remember that it's from both sides. But you could.
Or
Lock it. I can
At least-
keep getting the pin
I
on so it
think
locks times
locking
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
blocking.
You can lock it from the
because just
inside.
in
You can
case
quite.
we
Yeah, there
want
would
to-
definitely
if I
be a
could,
lock
if
feature.
I could
Yeah.
disable it to a point where I could re-enable it if I needed to.
So give me a computer check. So you can
Enabling
easily
it
lock it.
fast.
Thank you.
Not that you need it.
You say that.
It's a very basic computer.
Well, that was a basic fucking bitch roll. 16.
It's enough.
Okay.
Absolutely fine. It's like a tier 1 mechanism lock.
Good.
It's fine. And you can like basically leave it in the completely. Basically, you break the computer so it remains locked. As you. Yeah, basically like start welding your way through the wall, and you eventually like finish, and then I mean, do you like kick it through? Do you like try and pull it back towards you? Which way do you?
Probably, as much as we've just probably made noise doing it, I'm just going to try and let it down slowly so it doesn't just go boom
And you do, and
against the floor.
You let it down into a rather chaotic site. The room is filled with food, like kibble, like all of the food stuff that you've seen comes through the Hastoki. It's like it's been used to line the floors and it's piled up. And as it like you push the thing onto it, it like breaks into it, and like you can see there's like layers of it that it's just really old.
Oh, mate.
And then it's like it's in a kind of like box that it's not quite a bed. It's like somebody's taken like this metal container and just filled it with this. It's like a trough of kibble, where it's it just stinks. It smells like it's gone off. Like the dry storage foods, it smells like it's got like a little bit damp, and there's like mold in the bottom layers.
It's a doomsday prepper.
Cans of kibble,
Yeah.
kibble dried, kibble freeze
And then it's just like ripped paper, and it's it's a stinky place.
Environmental.
Oh no. Oh, Jenkins.
Brother,
no.
and Ida probably would let you all know that this is now open, and you guys should start.
Yeah,
Okay, start funneling through.
absolutely. Yeah.
You hear, bleep, bleep, or your commander's like, right, you just say, is that you?
I'll just send back a gif of a cow skateboard.
Telepathy.
next door.
Yes. We're here. Stay quiet. Not that it matters.
Too little, too late.
Ignore that.
Help me, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Is he that fat? He's got to create a vacuum.
I wonder if he is. I will come through the bedroom.
Yeah, you can easily open the.
What's his living space look like?
Okay, give me a perception check. So can you all just move back slightly for me, please? Because
Can everyone back the fuck up?
TJ said they were going through first, and this place is getting cramped.
Cool. I've got a 25 on perception.
Okay, so you come through the door first, and what you see is the French maiden is just like food has like piled up from its like entrance and down into the sink and all across the worktops, and like again where like the sink is and stuff, like you couldn't get to the sink to like turn it on because it is just filled, and because there was like water in it before, it's become like soggy, and it is just.
It's like a hoarder's place.
Oh, yeah. And then you see, like, the gunk on the floor where it's just, like, old fur and, like, skin scratchings. And it's... I mean, you're having to, like, start, like, trudging through it at this point. It is pretty grim. And the smell is rotten. It is just...
Eyes watering.
But you move in, and then you can all start moving the way around, and you can see that like the bathroom door is closed, and you can see that front door, and yeah, you can see like the little lock symbol on it. The images are on the screens of that of like the Hastoki officers. Then you notice that it's your cubicle.
Oh no!
You think it's just a regular one, and then you realise that he's moved up in the company, and then you see it's yours.
Has he got like the picture of Linda on the desk? And oh, that's creepy as fuck! Break down the door! I don't want to save this guy anymore.
It's pretty grim.
Oh. I'll knock on the bathroom door. You in there, buddy?
TJ, and your ring of whispers goes off.
Yep.
As he verbally says, TJ.
Yeah.
I'm here stuck in the bathroom. Help me. Help me.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door, buddy.
And it like it's slow, and like the smell that comes out,
This episode has been a fucking shitstorm.
and that's what you smell.
Yeah.
It's like a shitstorm of
buddy.
rot and of just decay. And as the door finally opens, you see into this wet room where the main thing that you see is that like it is damp, and that's not helping the smell because blocking the room, larger than you had seen them last time, stuck on their back, like their legs too short to really get to the ground at this point, and they're like folds. Like you can see that they're unclean and they're unwashed. There's like the remnants of a suit that's like the buttons are all open and it's like torn across shoulders, and they are bigger than you remember. They are quite large, and yeah, they're like TJ, and like this sticky hand like comes out. They're like, help me.
God, I'm gonna take off my Hawaiian shirt and wrap it around my hand. I'm sacrificing it, guys. It's going, and I'll hold out a hand to try and help pull him up.
Gonna need like a crowbar.
Has anyone still got that grapple thing?
I've got the auto grappler.
Okay. As you lean in, you're like, do you grab hands? Do you grab forearm?
I think I start to go in. Can I now? I can see him. Can I sense motive? Is this genuine or is he putting this on?
Yeah, you can sense motive.
25.
25. Yeah, I mean, like, so, like, you see, like, this shell, and I say shell loosely, of this creature that you knew before, and there's this pity that comes over you, and you go to help them, and then you're like, hang on a minute, and you kind of like think to yourself, what have I learned while I've been out here? And you decide to, like, you know, am I being lied to? There's something going on here? And you just look for it, and there's a glimmer in the eye, and a slight curl of the mouth, like they are waiting for you to come in. However, as you do that, I rolled a 6 and I rolled a 2. There is something wrong. And in that moment you go to react. What would you do if you were trying to, like, get back?
I think...
How would you hesitate? Because it sounds more like what you would be doing.
I think TJ, as he's, like, wrapping the Hawaiian shirt around his hand, has this moment of, wait, this is Jenkins. And thinks back to all those times where they were vying for that mythical spot at head office, all those interactions in the corridor, and just thinks, I just don't trust it. And I think I'm gonna flick the Hawaiian shirt like a matador cape as a momentary kind of, like, distraction, maintenance. To get myself out of the way. I like to, like, you know that trick where you, like, flick a cape up and then, like, you run out the way to, like, make yourself disappear. That sort of vibe.
You go to flick and you shout maintenance as this, like, kind of distraction. I would like, please, a bluff check.
Sure.
That's your bag.
I'm gonna credit.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
She's out of it.
Okay, it's slightly better. So that's 23 plus expertise.
Jesus.
29.
With a 24.
Oh.
Oh, I'm glad I spent that cred.
There is a moment. Bear in mind I've rolled a 4 on that dice.
Yeah.
There is a moment where they are like, help me. And you, like, flick it as a syringe attempts to be plunged into you.
Oh my god.
Fucking knew it.
And we're going to pick that up next week.
I'm gonna peel his skin off his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be starting next week in initiative.
close.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you so much to everybody who has taken part in this dungeon crawl.
What a fucking mess.
Tense, bro.
We nice and cozy all in
I
one
was
room.
seriously hoping for anything greater than a 6 and a fucking 4.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got her!
Fucking got her!
But there we go. That's the way the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. As in this room.
Look at the state of him!
Yeah.
Where is he?
Fat boy.
Oh, I love him.
man.
I'll put him back, but let's just.
Nice head, mate.
Wow.
Shit, there's fire on the map!
If you put your hand behind it, bring it closer to the camera.
That one.
That one. Oh, I'm way off.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
Yeah.
What if I do this?
Towards you, towards you.
Wait, no.
No.
Oh, there's two there. Oh, he's
that's-
so
Actually, if I-
chunky.
He's such a chunky boy.
Zoom all the way up and bring it in closer.
Get away from me!
It's Jenkins. He's
So-
so amazing. I hate him.
Jenkins, and I will read out the description for you. Because
my
his
God.
fur is mostly gone now.
It's like it's
Oh.
Is very, very rotund. But there is a smattering of this black suit and this red tie that is almost gone. And where before you saw him almost bursting out of his suit, now he is almost bursting out of his skin. The remains of his fur is this blonde white with a few grey markings.
He'll survive.
The circular glasses are gone, just replaced with dark shadows. And this extraordinarily grotesque Hastoki just curls a smile as he tries to stick you with a syringe of some kind.
He's
Yeah.
not been doing his exercises. He messed.
We'll be back next week to pick that up.
crazy.
Thank you so much to everybody at home who's been watching, everybody on the podcast. Thank you so much. We are on the cusp of 4,000 downloads on the podcast.
Wow.
So thank you so much to everybody out there. Please, if you get the chance to rate the show, please rate the show. If you're here on YouTube, please like and subscribe because it really makes a difference to us as we are now going to try and put that push on for the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to my players for playing through this dungeon. Let's see if we can keep Stavan alive. We'll be back next week. See you all around. May those dice gods be ever in your favour. See you later, guys.
Bye.